Did you know that there's someone who sells little, like they're not for eating, but they sell little Harry Potter cakes, like the one Hagrid gave him. They can put your name on it.
A friend of mine.
Ah, cool.
A friend of mine custom made that birthday cake for his girlfriend.
Yeah, you can do that as well, but that's one that never goes away. They also make roses out of pages of Harry Potter books.
Why would anyone do that to a book?
There are books that have already been thrown in the trash. There was no salvation, don't worry. I asked that exact same question.
Okay, no, then
I think this is my favorite intro to a video ever. There's just dancing Assassin's Creeds and us talking about cake.
That is magnificent.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome,
And there's the
everybody.
person who sells those, the screaming letters, like replicas.
Oh, the
of those as
howlers.
well.
Yeah.
The howlers. There. You
Love
should
it.
go on Eatsay. They sell a lot of cool stuff.
I actually own a wizard's chest now with pieces that make noise and such.
Did you see the one I posted on the
I love it. Sorry.
I do. Me too. I need to share this with everybody.
Please. Well, you can share it with however many people watch our YouTube channel now. So there we go. Keep going.
Actually, I wish I knew how. I used to know how to play chess, but since I never have anyone to play with, I end up forgetting the rules. I'm like that. If I don't do something constantly, like regularly, I end up forgetting it. There's no space to save. So, bye, memory.
Well, on that note, welcome everybody to Blunders and Bothwellians, the Wounded Witch edition. This is episode 26 of the Tuesday Party, which coincidentally is how old I am. Yes, you cannot grow up, you are always a child here. It's marvellous. You guys are still level 5, just to confirm that for everybody, although a couple thousand experience points away from leveling up, so we'll see what you can do. In contrast to our cheery music and the dancing Assassin's Creeds and the cake, the last thing that happened to you guys in Leyland was you found the black market, you found the shard, you destroyed Sharpin-Rot. You learned that the companions were not in fact providing him with young children, but they were in fact providing him with halfling members of their own order so that he would believe he was having children, but he wasn't. So that was a nice little pick-me-up. But then you went to see the king after seeing Paltalemon, who told you the angels are working on a way to get you to another plane of existence. However, the next shard should be in Risha. And once you've journeyed there, it should be easy to hunt down with the goggles that can see the dust that Orissa has got currently. You guys also went to see the king, attempting to see the orc, who has Dunic, who has been providing drugs to the princess, but more importantly because he seemed to have some sort of hand in getting the shard to the king in the first place. However, when you got there, several crazy things happened. The culmination of which was that the king's youngest son, Prince Edwade, got up, stabbed his father, the king, in the chest, and announced, "No wings, send their regards," and then vanished into thin air with another member of the king's royal council. The king died of a cursed poisoned blade that you guys witnessed being purchased, well, the poison and the curse, being purchased in the black market. Too late to save the king, you guys now find yourselves in the royal chamber. The king's body, lifeless, and the guards around you have just proclaimed that the oldest prince is now king. Long live King Olsen. What? So, you guys, what would you like to do? The dagger has gone. Hannibal has got rid of that, so probably best. Quite dangerous. So yeah, you guys, that's where you are. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to stand up from the body and take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
Hannibal is just going to walk back to Varric with a slightly smug smirk on her lips.
Arissa's just going to be staying where she is, just kind of in shock. So,
Yeah.
next to the king.
You know what? Varric actually pokes Verteritas. Verti.
Yeah?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The no wings.
Yeah, I heard that, Crystal.
I I think they earned themselves a visit. We know where to find them, and that fucker messed with my bow, and I mean, at the time I trusted him and asked him to do it, but right now I need to be sure that my bow actually functions as it's supposed to. Like, that he didn't do anything else to it. Because he needed a bit of convincing after he saw the tattoo on our wrists that we got from the dude with the glasses and the shard and such. Telemon? That
Yes.
bit is out of game, by the way.
That's okay.
because I wanted to describe who it was, but Tarek would have known the name and mentioned that. And, well, he saw that, and then it took me a lot of convincing him, so I'm not sure what he did to my bow, and I want to know precisely what he did.
I think it's definitely worth paying them a visit. They've got a lot to answer for right now.
Yeah, they don't seem as nice as they did before.
We'll get our answers. Vitharchus is actually going to stride over to the body, shut its eyes, and put his hand on Arissa's shoulder.
I can't remember from last session, but I'll hand the dagger to one of the King's Guard.
Oh, the dagger's been thrown into another dimension, essentially. The dagger's not a problem anymore. I love that you've got the Assassin's Creed people dancing while we're doing this, like...
It's a very off-putting for the scene.
Although the closing the eyes thing is something that they do in Assassin's Creed as well.
That's very true.
All I can think about when I watch that fucking meme or that GIF is ABBA.
Dancing Queen.
Oh no.
Is it every Friday?
So, yes, you guys have closed the eyes. A lot of the guards are now closing in around the body. A lot of them are trying to work out what's happened. Several of them are looking out the windows and trying to see where the prince has gone. And the orc, Gina, and the princess, Camber, are right down the other end of the room. And she has now turned back and is sort of watching this confused.
I'm going to get up and go to my cousin, the princess.
Okay. She looks a little out of it. As we discussed before, she is probably having withdrawals at the moment from being very, very high. But she stands next to the orc Gene, and you walk up to her.
I know we've never met. I know you probably don't know who I am, but we are family, and we need to stick together. Please, whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing to yourself, stop and think about your family.
Okay.
I can help you.
Roll a persuasion. She seems to be sort of having a difficult time stringing words together at the moment.
23.
Okay. She is listening to you, and she's trying very hard to focus her eyes on you completely, but they keep sort of sliding out of focus. It's almost as if she's sort of half asleep. It seems to be the after effects of these drugs, but she is trying to listen to you. You can see that little glimmer of understanding as she looks up to what's happened to her father and then back to you. And she sort of half shakes her head, and she takes the hand of the orc guy, Junich, and very quietly manages to sort of mumble out, "Don't want to be a princess anymore."
Marissa just kind of looks at her and goes, "I can't help with that, but I can help you with..." I kind of gesture towards the body, which I assume is surrounded by a few guards now.
Completely surrounded, yes.
Yeah. I can help you get better, and I can help you go against who did this.
Who did this?
A company we have encountered in the past. They call themselves No Wings.
Hang on, I know them. That's who you came with. And she looks off to Tunic.
Ooh, did she say that loud enough for Varys to hear?
Do a perception.
I'm gonna roll perception as well because Varric is watching this conversation closely.
Did she say it to me or to him?
She said it to Dunik.
She said it to Tunic, but loud enough that you, Arissa, would have definitely heard her, and other people can roll perception, because I'm assuming you guys have slightly been pushed back from the body by this point. There's like a mass of guards who've come in and are all sort of pushing you back and discussing things.
I'll walk subtly up to Vert and put my hand on his shoulder, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, you guys would have heard this. You weren't too far away. You heard Arissa say "No Wings," and then you saw the Princess Camber turn to the orc, and except you, Hannibal, and you're far too
She's
excited about.
Next to me.
Oh, then she probably would have done. Yeah, Hannibal, if you're right next to her, then you probably heard.
Okay, thank you. That was bad, damn.
Alright, Veti and Varric, you get a message in your head saying, "Not now."
Oh, Hannibal turns to the princess with a slightly bored look, but do you wish for me to remove the drug from your system? It will last around 3 hours before it comes back.
You can do that?
Of course I can.
Can you cure her completely? Or can you only do a few hours?
I could cure her completely, but then she wouldn't learn her lesson. Humans never do.
And Rosa just kind of looks at her like, just like a bit offended.
You're still offended? You should be used to it by now. Goddamn. Okay, so Annabelle is just going to grab the princess' face and put both her thumbs covering her eyes. And the sensation they had a while back of the fog, of the heavy feeling of powerful magic, making the air hard to breathe, is going to come back as her hands seem to be covered with slightly blue flames.
Wait.
Let me finish.
Let her finish killing the princess before you get complaining about it.
And then a zap that blinds everyone for a few seconds happens, and the princess's drug is gone for a while.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Okay, you are successful. Well, I wasn't rolling for your success. You're successful in what you've done, but the princess is going to be passed out for a while. She sort of, you see comprehension on her face, and she sort of smiles, and she starts to say thank you, but then she sort of like sways a bit and sort of, whoa, falls sideways, and like Tunic catches her and sort of says, whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot to get out of her system.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Arissa just kind of looks at him like, really?
I mean, also at this point, the guards are going to start coming towards you. Please, we're going to have to put the castle on lockdown. Please, could you leave the castle as promptly as you can. If you'd like, and he looks at Tunic, if you'd like to take the princess out, that may be best. Just try not to talk to too many people about what has occurred. Please, thank you. We need to sort this. Please, thank you for... thank you. Yes, please. And they sort of start ushering you out of the room. They're not, like, raising their swords at you, but they're sort of saying, like, please, let us try and deal with this.
Yes. Before we leave, though, the therapist is going to look at one of them and go, and you're just going to leave the apparently new heir to the throne out in the foyer?
And I'm just like, I'm royalty.
No, the prince is back in. He's sort of been called back in, and he is with a lot of the guards as well, looking over his father and...
No, not the prince. The baby.
Oh, the baby!
with that, Varric will... Oh no, wait, Varric rushed out. Varric rushed out because of the heavy magic. Okay.
She was, the lady who was with the baby, was escorted out by a couple of guards, so she does have some guards with her. And one of them sort of scratches his chin and goes, oh, she's got protection. They've both got some protection out there. Yeah, well, we'll have to discuss, and measures will have to be taken. That's going to have to be sort of third on the list right now, unfortunately. Christ. Right.
Arissa's going to kind of look around at everyone and kind of try to judge whether or not we all want to stay, because if we do, and she can tell that, she'll try and, push her authority.
Her authority? So what... So what exactly are you looking for?
Just whether or not we're okay leaving, or if...
To explain Varric's stance on that, he's already headed out.
Yeah, Varric wants out of there, but what about everyone else?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to move towards the door.
Okay. Arissa, from what you can tell, they're attempting to follow protocol. They've got a dead king. They've got a newly crowned prince. They've got a potential bastard child. They just seem to be trying to get one thing out of their way. You can't see any reason why they would be getting rid of you. It does seem like something that would be how things happened. You've seen this happen before when something of dire importance has come up. Everyone else has been ushered out of the room, including yourself, in the royals back where you have seen royal people. And people are often cleared from the room so that they can deal with one problem at a time. So you'd recognise this.
Okay, I kind of look at them haughtily. Just kind of like, how rude of you to be ushering me. Don't touch me. But she'll gracefully accept and then look at them and say, tell me as soon as you've sorted everything out.
We will do our best to inform you, yes. No offence meant, of course. We just got suddenly a lot to be dealing with. If you understand, of course.
Of course, I understand. Just keep me updated. And if you need any of our help, just let us know.
Will do. Thank you, miss. Thank you. Yes, you could kindly... the front doors will be open for you, and then we'll be on a temporary lockdown. Could be 24, could be 48 hours. So, just give us a while. Thanks. Thank you.
She smiles and kind of nods to dismiss him, so he knows he can shoo. Shoo, my friend, shoo. All right, thank you, shoo.
Cypher's eyes open wide and narrow and goes straight.
Say that last bit
again. Sorry.
Cypher's eyes open wide and then narrow and goes straight for the king, new king.
Oh.
Okay. Are you walking at him, or like running, or firing at him?
No, just quickly walking.
Okay, you are stopped, not threateningly, but there's a massive group of soldiers in here now. They've all been coming in. There's at least sort of 10 of them who sort of stand up in front of you like, oh, sorry, we've got to sort this, audiences with new king.
Carissa's going to go up next to him, kind of put her hand on Cypher and just be like, what are you doing?
I have an urgent message, king. The new crowned king. Please Move. This
I
is for
look
the
at-
importance of the city.
I look at the guards, kind of like do as he says.
Can you please, Cypher, do a persuasion bar with advantage? You've also got Hannibal sort of standing behind you going, grrr.
Pretty much, yes.
God, if I was quicker at drawing art, I would have fan arted
Fucking
that.
nice.
I'm gonna go with yeah.
He appears somewhat convinced.
Because it's persuasion, not intimidation. They're not gonna scuttle away from you or anything. But he does seem convinced by your argument, and they don't step aside, but they look over, and the prince, well now king, Olsen does stand up and look over to you, and you're within about 6 feet of each other, so he can hear you. He does make sure he's got guards in front of him. You can take that offensively if you like, but he is just watched his father get murdered, and he's the new king, so and he sort of looks across as in, I'm paying attention. Gives you that kind of look.
Okay, I'm doing the quick formalities of nodding my head.
Okay.
Sire, I have a terrible feeling, and I have also information. This city is going to crumble. We need to get citizens out, and we need you and your royal family to leave the city as soon as possible. This is urgent.
Okay, he looks very confused at you. You mean figuratively or literally crumbling?
Literally, is going to collapse.
And what makes you believe this exactly?
Cousin, please, I've seen it. We've all seen it.
He's right, you know.
Indeed, your
Underneath
fool
the
of a
city.
king very much did what he shouldn't with a magical object.
Okay, looking at all of you sort of nodding and chiming in on this story, he takes pause. And he's trying to process a lot of information at once, and he's just sort of going with it. How long may we have? Is this clear?
From what I just sensed, imminent.
Right. Thank you for informing me. I shall have words as soon as I am able with members of the Royal Council.
There's no time for that, sire. Get
Can
the
I-
council and your family out now.
Can I push through the guards? Just not like shoving, but kind of like trying to sidle my way through almost. Just to get a little bit
If
closer.
she tried that, Hannibal would pretty much put her hand between the guards and her and kind of push them away with a little more strength than a girl, a small elf girl should have. But yes, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, they will move aside for you. They'll look slightly surprised at you, Hannibal, because it seems quite an intense situation. You've got about 10 or 20 more guards between you and the prince himself, but you can push through this first, Lord, yes.
She just kind of walks up to her cousin and goes, "Please, we can't lose any more of our family. Not today."
Okay. Alright. He looks at your earnest face, he looks around at everyone else, he looks out across the city, and he thinks, and he says, "Very well, I assure you plans will be set in motion. Please do as the guards say. Please exit the castle, exit the city yourselves, please. I assure you I will do everything to get myself and as many as I can out quickly. Thank you."
I kind
nod.
of reach over and squeeze his hand, just comforting.
Sure. He's a little sweaty. And
I wonder why.
And a little shaky, but other than that, it's a stoic handshake.
And with formalities, I nod, take 10 steps back, then turn around and walk out.
I'm going to kind of pull at Arissa's elbow and whisper to her and say, "Is it worth mentioning about the Queen's body that we saw?"
How long has she died recently? Like, out of character question.
She died a couple of months ago.
A few months ago. No. I kind of shake my head at Apricity and kind of go, no, it's not what he needs right now.
I understand.
So everyone just got the message from Cypher going, we need to leave now.
Alright, so you guys, do you want to say anything else? If you do, say it quick, because you are, again nicely, but you are sort of being escorted out now.
I got nothing.
Cool. Alrighty. You guys are escorted out of the room. The doors are closed behind you. You can hear a lot of discussion. You can hear the now king, I keep calling him Prince, the now king, is calling for transport and the quickest way out and spread the word. And I just don't know, I'm not sure, but I believe them. And you hear all of this. And you guys are led down the stairs, out the front gates of the castle, and then the gates are locked behind you. Again, not threatening, just, there's been murder and they're trying to sort things out.
So Vitharius is just going to immediately get the carpet off his pack and hand it to Reedoo.
I'm gonna take it and nod.
Once everybody's outside, I'm gonna say to you, right, I must leave you here for now. I'll meet you guys outside of the gate as soon as possible. Get something.
Okay.
Alrighty, and then he disappears. Varric, you could carry someone small, or someone small easily, so someone like Apricity easily. Anyone else who's up to your size, it would mean you would have to fly quite slowly.
Basically, so sort of similar to having, someone sit on your back while you're walking.
Pretty much, yeah.
If it's smaller, it's easier to carry, obviously, so that makes sense.
Oh yeah, Vitharitas summons his pretty awesome, badass steed. Could you all please do a dexterity check for me? Or a dexterity save, sorry, dexterity save.
Ooh, those are at advantage. I think I'm safe.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot to update my character.
Oh
sheet.
yeah, you have to add the.
Did everybody know about the change in modifiers that at least some characters had?
Yeah, but I forgot to do it because I've been away. Oh well, this game I'll just.
That's okay. You still did fine for it.
Is the princess still with us?
No, they
took her? I'm just not sure
Yeah.
about this.
The princess and the orc Tunic stayed inside. They stayed inside the castle.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, you would hear them come out after you because she didn't want to stay, so he would have brought her out just after you. So yeah, actually, you can see them. But just before you notice that, anyone who rolled a 15 or higher, you are okay. Everybody else, you are knocked on your butts. You don't take any damage, but one of the earthquakes is starting again, and it is a big one. It is rocking out, almost shaking from the castle itself, and the whole city. You can see buildings swaying, you can see people running, and you can hear screaming. And anyone 15 and up, you manage to sort of stagger and stand upright. Everyone else, you fall over.
Annabelle already she was next to her, so she had helped her up immediately after she fell.
Cool.
So I beat you to it. Sorry.
That's okay. You can both take a hand each.
Wait, what's happening?
You've been helped up by 2 people.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, after this, or just as this is happening actually, the castle doors open again, and the orc, Tunic and Camber the princess come out. He's carrying her, and the doors shut and are locked again. And these 2 sort of step out and sort of almost into you guys because you hadn't moved that far off the steps. How big is Tunic?
Yeah.
He's taller than you. and he's pretty hench. He's like almost a full orc.
Shit. Let's that plan out the door. Okay.
Dunic is going to say, shit, this place is collapsing. You guys weren't lying. Well, I'm gonna get Camber the fuck out of here. Good luck. And he's gonna like start pegging it through the town, which
Before
is
he
still
goes,
yeah,
Can I
sorry.
cast Hunter's Mark on him?
sure. And yes,
Before he goes, I want to. Sorry, my brain's not working today. I want to ask him what he knows about the shard, and tell him that it's really important that we find out now.
okay, do a persuasion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very good. Oh,
While she's doing that, Sarah's
well.
just gonna get Reedoo to get on the carpet.
Yeah, you know.
This is not the first time he's told you to get on it, Reedy.
Unfortunately, this time there's no rug.
I'm gonna look at Bertie and ask him what's the plan.
We need out of this city as fast as possible.
Okay. Is it Athos for the carpet or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, Arthur.
Okay. Then I say that, and I get on the carpet and
Okay. Whoosh! It like
everyone join.
flies up in the air and it's hovering. Anyone else can jump on if they like.
Can I just say something to the princess? Is she still here?
She is unconscious at the moment.
Oh, she's still unconscious. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
it's gonna take her like several hours. Like you've basically just taken like 2-3 years worth of addiction out of her system.
Temporary. That's what she wants to warn her about. Let's just say that a good percentage of her body was sparked with the drug, and if she doesn't stop soon, well, it's not gonna end well. And Annabelle wants to warn her.
You can
Carissa
leave,
just kind of looks at Hannibal like, excuse you?
you can leave a message in her head if you want, and it'll be like the first thing she hears when she's having like dreams and stuff. Like you can do it that way because of who you are. You could put that in her head.
Okay, I shall do that.
Alright.
Yeah, let's say that was already at 75% of her body, and if she does a lot more, she's going up dead. She's just dead.
Yep.
No salvation.
I
I realize that humans care about these so-called drugs, but is it really better than staying alive? Think about that.
Noted. Okay, so Priscity, you're 12. You stand your ground and you look up at him, and he is quite a lot taller than you. But you know, you are mighty and you are small, and you sort of glare him down. And you see him sort of look down at the princess and sigh and sort of cave. And he says, "Quickly then, what do you want to know?"
Where did you find it, and why did you bring it here?
I didn't find it. I was given it. I was in a lot of debt. I didn't have a lot to my name. It's a really tricky country, this. And a group approached me and said they could pay me a good wage if I would deliver the shard, you said. I didn't know what it was. They just said it was a potentially magical thing. And if I could persuade the king of Borsin to take it, and persuade him of its magical abilities, they paid me a pretty penny, and then I was to stay and keep an eye on it and see what was happening and make sure nobody came and did anything with it. But
And this was no wings, I presume.
yeah, about 5 years ago, just under.
And you had no concept of its potential power or potential destruction of this city?
Well, when they handed it to me, it was just a piece of like shiny glass. You know.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Vitheritas, I just read Drops, the foul list, and I was like, Vitheritas!
20 not natural.
Okay. He seems to be in earnest. He didn't seem to have a lot of an idea of what this could do.
One last question. Who was it? Did you get the name of the person from No Wings who got in touch with you? Or could you describe them to us?
I mean, we never exchanged names or anything.
Human, orc, elf. Give me a kind of ballpark.
I know one of them was wanted for something. They all had hoods on. They didn't say names, they just said they're from No Wings and they were trying to make the world equal again or something. Talked about coming from Travis. Talked about Crown Side a bit, said they were hanging out there. I know one of them was wanted because they made a joke about it, or about if they took his hood down, then I'd recognise him from all the posters. And there was one said he was close with the king in Travis. That was all I could tell you, though. Sorry.
I thank you for your honesty. Has Reedoo gone too far away on the carpet for me to get on?
I'll say you can go jump on the carpet. Yeah, she can swoop down for you. Yes, Varric, you may. So what would you like to ask?
Oh, good.
Bear in mind, he's still holding on to the lifeless and unconscious princess.
I know. I tap him on the shoulder.
That's alright then. You make him jump. What? Fuck!
I couldn't help but notice that you were tasked to keep an eye out for anyone taking the shard, and seeing as we are now taking it, what's your plan there, mate?
Well,
I have an arrow in my hand, by the way.
To be honest, I got a bit neglectful of my duties in that the last couple of years because I made a bit of an error. I got in with the drugs crowd. I needed money, and the princess came along, and I'm smitten. Oh man, I fell hard. I've been paying more heed to her and her safety. I might not look it, I know, but she's addicted, man. It's more dangerous to have her off it for ages. I couldn't say no to her face. I couldn't. I had to. And I knew if I was dealing it to her, then she wouldn't be getting the crap stuff, and I could keep an eye on her and keep her safe. I got basically, got a bit sidetracked. So at this point,
Let's keep it that way.
It's all collapsing. You guys are off. I'm out of here, to be honest.
Good, let's keep it that way with the tasks.
Annabelle is gonna get close to his face and pretty much, if you give her any more of that drug, she is going to die instantly.
You said you got it out of her system, though, right?
Temporarily. Do you have any idea how much was in her body? A little more, and she will die.
Yeah. Well, I haven't got any on me.
When the drug I took out of her comes back, she is going to stay in bed for months. Use that time to remove the drug from her system permanently. If you want her to remain alive, I advise you do this.
I thank you for everything you've done. I think this is the kick we need, really. I haven't got any on me. I'm not planning on brewing no more. I'm going to take her and we're going to hide somewhere, and I'm going to do my best for her, I think. She was pretty sick of the princess life. That was what got her on this stuff. She wanted this euphoric escape, and maybe I could give her that without. And at this point, you guys feel the ground start moving again. And he is gonna start. He is gonna start running off. He'll sort of say, "Thank you, thanks," and he's gonna carry her and start sprinting through the city that's shaking and stuff.
Riza is in right back, Varric. Riza is in be right back.
Okay. In that case, Varric will be hovering next to her to ask her if she needs help, but I'll wait until that's done then.
Okay, so you guys' plan at the moment is what?
Well, Patharatus wants to get the hell out of here.
Welcome back. In that case, now that you're back, Varric is going to offer you a ride out of the city now.
Yes. Like that.
Giggity. Where were our animals, by the way? I can't remember where we left them.
Your animals were, if you didn't ride them, which I don't think you did, then they aren't too far away. They're like down the road by the tavern you stayed in.
No, I teleported out the gate.
Yep.
Remember,
In which
Patharatus was really miffed.
In which case, yes, they're outside the gate. So literally, outside the city.
Cool, so as we fly over, I'm gonna, unless we're too stupidly high, I'm gonna jump off of the carpet onto the back of the boar and ride the boar the rest of the way.
Okay. Well, in order to get to that bit, I need you all, please, to make me a dexterity save.
Ooh, let me look at... Oh shit, I don't have my notes.
Including me?
Huh?
Everybody who is trying to get out of the city, because as you guys set off, the whole city the earthquakes are getting worse. They are shaking. Yeah, save. The buildings are starting to collapse. You see, like, the entire earth of the city, it goes down by about 2 meters, as if underneath it has started to crumble away. As you know it has. The whole city, like, goes tush, and, like, goes down like a jerky elevator. Like, it's crumbled downwards.
DM,
Yes.
is it going to be dex save or is it going to be animal handling because I'm mounted?
Dex save on behalf of the animal, so just add yours because you've summoned it, so.
Right, yeah. I think actually the mount's got more dex than I do.
In which case you can add that one.
Yep, I'm just waiting for the laptop to boot up because I don't actually.
Varric, are you carrying Arissa?
Yes.
In which case, Arissa, you can do yours with advantage.
Okay.
Did my net 20 help her at all, besides that?
Your nat 20 will help you.
Can I
did another roll.
a
I
shield
got worse.
spell in her way?
What?
Can I throw a shield spell in Arissa's direction?
Sure.
Just to be certain.
Okay, so Arissa, you can do advantage again. So best of 3, come on!
I got the same number.
So what is your highest number of all of that?
11.
Woo! Okay.
Screw it. I'll just roll a dex because I have no idea what the mount has.
If you want, you can add on an extra 2 for the mount. Just like as a general guess.
13.
Alright, anyone who got under a oh, sorry.
Oh, wait,
no,
sorry.
you can't have them. Sit down. Sit. Sorry, he's going a bit nutty. Anyone who got under a, let me just check, 17. Oh god, that's quite a few of you. Anyone who got under a 17, Arissa, you will take half of this because you only got caught by a little bit in the air. Everybody else, you take 10 points of damage from falling, collapsing rubble, various different things that are either, if you're in the air, it's probably a building that you didn't quite notice and it's going to like clip you on the shoulder. If you are riding, it's probably going to trip up the horse and you're going to hit your head on something. If you are on the carpet, again, things are collapsing, the ground is shifting, everyone is running, things are going mental. So 10 damage each, but you guys make it to the edge of the city.
I want to find my boar, please.
Alrighty, you find your boar. Aminals, horses, etc., are all on the outskirts of the city. As you guys either, are you going to jump off the carpet and onto those? Is anyone staying on the carpet, etc.? Do you want to be mounted?
On to Byraz, please.
Okie dokie.
I'll stay on the carpet, please.
Okie dokie.
I'm still not sure where I am, but I'm just.
You can be on the carpet.
Thank you.
You're just outside of Laylee now. You've all managed to fly, run, swerve, etc., etc. Yes, you can call them.
Okay, in that case, I'll try and get them to get to safety.
Okay. They run ahead of you, further down the road. Like there's a road that leads out of Laylee, the road that you sort of came in via. Let me just double check my map so I can make sure I'm telling you the correct place. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah. Going out of Laylee. Well, you guys, you can head in 3 different directions. You can head back along the way you came towards Pastime and Crownside. You can head up north towards Fam. You can head east towards Trade. You guys have the decision, of course. You were told by Peltalayman that the best course of action next would be to go to Risha, which would be in the west, but it's entirely up to you guys.
In that case, Varric will actually offer an option. I say we visit Stock, and then go on to Risha.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Stock again?
Stock is the city that we started in. It's the city where we met the No-Wings in the Greenwoods. And to be fair, straight through the Greenwoods and onto Port Arm is probably the shortest route anyway to get to Risha. And that would mean that we get to pass by the No-Wings, which Verti has expressed interest in, and Varric as well. And we get to go to Port Arm, which is the shortest route back to Risha.
We could also check up on the Walden Castle and see the potential for having our own keep, like we talked about a while ago.
Yes! Because if there's no one there, we can still ask for that keep.
Alright, so you're going to take the path that takes you... well, actually, you can take the one that heads up towards Stock. So you're heading west, but northwest.
I'd say northwest, but at least slightly through the Greenwoods, because that's where the No-Wings are.
We have to be
Alright.
careful of that werewolf village though.
That was on the other side, because that was when we moved to Crownside.
It was.
So we're safe for now.
Well,
Can I just ask out of character question? Sorry.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Is there any way we can go from Stoke straight to Port Arm, or are we gonna have to actually follow the road and go up to Fort William?
No,
You can go cross country.
You can go cross country and go down. You can.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's not gonna make much difference because it's still a port, but
At this point, as you guys start moving towards the road, you guys... I'm not going to make you roll perception for this because it's right behind you. You guys hear an almighty... It's not even a crash. It's like an explosion, but there's no flame. It's this huge, crumbling, booming, desecrating noise. And you look around, and the entire city of Laylee is imploding. It has sunk as if into quicksand. It has sunk down probably a mile, maybe 2 underground, and dirt and soil and rubble, it's collapsing. It hasn't just gone underground, it has collapsed in on itself like a molehill collapsing from the top. Buildings have closed in on each other, people are screaming, the castle has toppled, stone has fallen over the edge into the sea. A load of the castle and several of the surrounding houses and shops have fallen over the edge of the cliff and smashed down into the ocean below, and the rest of it has completely gone folded in on itself, and it's now about 2-3 miles underground, a big pit full of sort of smoke and crumbling rubble and ash.
Welcome to the channel.
Can we see?
God, Annabelle. Just oh, that's unusual.
Can we see anyone else that's made it out?
Do a perception check.
Well, we know Dunic and Camber made it out.
That is annoying that I rolled the exact same number. So that is a 10.
Okay. You're not sure. You think you see some people on the other side of the city, maybe? Like little black dots who are sort of scrambling over the edge. Maybe. You can't tell. They might be animals, they might be people. And you can't see any sign of Camber and the Princess Camber and Dunic.
Oh shit. Wait. In that case, Varric will probably mention. So, what happens? Because Varric is trying to understand how like kingdoms work and such, because he's used to the forest and such.
Oh, Varric.
I did. I'm gonna use my hunter's mark to check how Dunic is.
Yes. Varric, come jump in the Bothwell chat quick.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, I just remembered your hunter's mark. Yes. How far does it go?
Let me quickly check. Hunter's mark. Wait, I have it here. Hunter's mark. Range is 90 feet.
90.
So probably gone because it sank into the...
You can actually sense him. He is right on the cusp though, but he's not inside the city. You assume they. He's like right on the edge and potentially in like the woods and this big area that's ahead of you, and just as you start to think, you sense that he's there and then it disappears just out of range. It seems that he's moving at speed away.
Okay.
Alrighty, and you can share that information or not. And back in.
Varric never told them, so he's not going to tell him anything.
It happened, but you may find it strange why Annabelle is protecting you all the time.
She hasn't noticed yet.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Finding that out.
Arissa's a bit dumb.
Hello.
She's not dumb.
Hello.
She's just a little special. And sparkly.
Sparkle.
So
Varric will...
yeah.
Varric will ask a question to the group.
Aye.
Trying to understand how the kingdom works and such. He'll go, so... What I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but... When the king died, the oldest son became the new king, even though the kid is the heir to the throne? And what happens now that they're all dead?
That's a good question.
I'm just going to look to Arissa.
She just kind of looks at everyone, just like, why are you looking at me?
Oh, hail the queen!
Queen.
Arissa, you can do a history check with advantage.
Okay.
To be fair, she in Varric's eyes, she is now like the only living family of the king's line.
Doesn't mean she has to take the throne, though.
20.
There's no kingdom.
Arissa apparently listened during homeschool.
Okay, Arissa, you would know and would also have remembered that it would pass to the next male heir first. However, the next male heir is actually Edwade, the one who killed the king. So technically, he is probably still alive. So it could go to him. Also, Camber, the princess, although she essentially has rejected her princess duties, but technically she's still in it. Failing that, it would probably go to a cousin at Fort William.
Okay, so I look at them and go, it depends who's alive, really.
There are many options.
It could be still King Olsen, depending if he's still alive, and if not, he'll go but there might be a bit of controversy because he killed the king. So I'm not sure how that works in particular. So if he's still alive, and judging by the fact he disappeared, he very well might be.
Shit, Varric will gasp at like what she's saying now.
He could be king, but if not, depending on
Nobody
the fact that most
knows.
people in the city are dead.
Nobody knows that he murdered the king. Everybody who witnessed it is dead.
Apart from us.
Yeah, and they're gonna believe this.
And Princess Camber said to me that she doesn't want a princess. So that leaves someone in Fort William. I can't remember his name. Or even if it's a he.
Well,
Kingdoms in a nutshell.
But how will they know that that one is king now?
Well, they probably won't, because if everyone apart from us is dead,
Then there's no more kingdom.
then it will go to Prince. Was it Edwayne?
Yes.
Edwayne. Then it will go to Prince Edwayne. And if he knows that the kingdom has fallen and he believes that his brother is dead and his sister, then he may well come forward and try to claim the throne. And no one apart from us can contest that.
What throne, though?
There's an entire
Is it a
country,
fight
not
or a
just.
rumble?
At this point, it's
It's a country, not just
Theoretical.
a city.
a hypothetical throne. It's to do with bloodlines as opposed to physical objects.
and I think the last thing
Humans
any
are
of us
the rulers
want
of kings.
is No Wings in charge of Borson.
If we can find Princess Camber or this potential in Fort William, or even Prince Olsen, King Olsen, if we can find any of them, then we can work to make sure that Edwayne is not made king. Because even though the city is gone, people are still alive. They will ask for a king. The country is still living.
People in stock will heed our word after what we last did there. And it's where we met No Wings.
I
So
reckon
I think that that's a good place to start and to convince people.
That's true.
Or we could just not care and do what the bloody angel said and go to Risha.
without just will glance across at Reedoo and go, we can stop by stock on the way to Risha.
Sure, we can do that, but I don't think that getting into a civil war is really what we need right now.
No, but we also want to make sure that we're not leaving nothing but enemies behind us.
Fine. Can we go now?
Well, if no one's got any complaints, I think it's time to get away from here.
Just at that moment, as you guys are starting to saddle up, a familiar voice behind you pops into existence with a little pop. Not like that. And you hear Cypher calling to you.
No.
Oh, what's wrong with your face?
Wait, is that directed at who? At me? Wait, what?
Well, you just said that.
Yes, well, she doesn't like you.
Cypher stands before you, a little dusty, but otherwise seemingly unharmed. He also has another person with him who is sort of stood half behind him, a little hunched over, looking a little bit shy. Currently stood behind Cypher, but yes, carry on, Cypher. You can chat to them now.
Yes, I have no idea what is left of the city. I currently had to go get my apprentice, and the rest is pretty much unknown to me what's happened to the king. Also, I do have some information that I was relayed to. Didn't exactly have time to explain it. But now seems a good time. Remember that group that said that Kaloja was following?
Definitely.
Well, it seems that he's seen them go off to a boat to Russia.
These were the ones that were involved in destroying what seemed to be left of my order, right?
Yes. You couldn't follow him any longer. He's doing that more of a favor to you guys.
Well, I'm sure we
And
can
it's
track
been
them down.
confirmed that that group is working with the No Wings.
So what you're saying is we need to go to Risha.
I'm just relaying the information for you guys to deal with it as you see fit. Oh, sorry for the rudeness, but this is also Arkin. This is my apprentice.
The guy behind him, he looks human. Probably, would you say sort of young 20s, or is he older?
Young 20s.
Young 20s. He's got sort of rounded glasses, sort of goldy bronze colour, slightly foofy hair, a few freckles. He's got like a load of books and a big bag and a sort of satchel. A factual satchel. Sort of not shabby robes, but they look a little bit dusty and worn in places, a few little patches and holes and things. Looks quite friendly, if a little confused and blinking quite a lot at what is going on.
Yep, he's got shoulder-length red hair, well, ginger hair with white tips, one purple eye and one yellow.
He appears human, yeah.
Oh my god, a human!
Yay, human!
Can I?
Human friend!
Does Arissa actually reply like that to seeing a human here?
No, Arissa doesn't do that IRL.
Okay,
Annabelle is going to precariously almost fall off the carpet as she suddenly zooms near the guy. Can I have a piece of your hair?
And looks up at Cypher. Cypher just goes, no.
I'm asking him, not you.
The apprentice guy looks a little confused and sort of wrings his hands and sort of shakes his head nervously. Can you put his name in chat as well? So, spelling.
I guess I'll get it when you're distracted then. Okay, bye.
Not ominous at all. Yeah, Rob, can you just spell the apprentice's name for everybody? There you go. Thank you. So, yeah, the apprentice sort of steps forward and sort of does a sort of half sort of wave at you all, a little bit nervous, and sort of wipes his spectacles and stands beside Cypher. So, yeah, Cypher, do you want to finish off?
Yes,
Yes, Varric hands him a dire Scotch egg, and it's like huge. He sort of holds it in his hand and nearly drops it, and sort of nods and puts it carefully in his bag.
To calm you down a bit, you seem nervous.
He sort of shakes.
He's always nervous. I've had him as a child and pretty much kind of brought him up as my apprentice as well. He's pretty much the one for reading and never really has been outside that much. I was going to ask you guys for a favor.
What's the favor?
I can no longer follow you at the moment, but there's ways that I can contact you. I need, with this catastrophe going on, I have some contingency plans that I need to deal with. And other problems. Could you take my apprentice along with you? It'll also give him some more experience of the outdoors, let's just say.
But, so, if he's the book-wise guy, how does he fare in a fight? Because we've seen our share of those, and I kinda don't want to get him hurt
I wouldn't ask him to join you guys if I knew he couldn't handle himself. He's practiced, but he needs some real life experience. He won't be a hindrance at all. And he just kind of looks down at Arkin. Now, will you?
He sort of shakes his head nervously, eyes wide, and sort of rubs his spectacles again.
Right. Well, I need to leave. I need to also inform the royals of Laylee and higher ups and anything else that needs to be done. There's a lot on my plate at the moment.
Do you know who's still alive in the royal family?
I will soon find out.
Okay.
He puts his hand over on Carissa's shoulder. It'll be okay, my dear.
Cypher.
Yes, Varric.
Camber is alive, I think.
Which is Camber?
The princess.
Camber is the princess from here. Might be useful to look into. I noticed Dunic went that way, and I pointed the way where I lost since the Hunter's Mark, but he went out of range, so I can't track him with that anymore.
I'll have a look into it. He also turns to Apricity, gets down on one knee, puts his hand out, or a finger out to shake her hand.
I have to come back over that. I'm going to look him in the eye and say, thank you so much for everything.
Next time you see Kel, keep an eye out on him, will you?
Of course.
I worry about him, but he's strong. We'll keep an eye.
Right, well, I need to go, so I'm not exactly good at the farewells. And with that, he just disappears.
Good.
Dun dun dun!
Good. Oh.
Alright, so you guys are left with the bespectacled apprentice.
New friend.
New friend! I love how Arissa was like, I agree immediately. He's our new friend. We'll take him with us. He's our pet.
Can I ask a very quick question?
At the guy from the corner of her eye, like constantly, so I think he's gonna be quite nervous.
Yes, what do you want to know?
Sorry. So, Veritas, you've got your mega cool steed now, right?
Yes.
So we have a spare horse.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to turn to Arkin and say, how do you feel about riding this beast over here? And point to the big horse.
You will offer the shy guy the biggest horse we have.
He ain't having my fucking horse. It's either that or the dire weasel.
He could ride one. How epic would it be though to have like a spellcaster right into battle on a weasel?
I'm still gunning for my my weasel and boar chariot at some point.
It will happen. It has to happen.
Just throwing it out
Hashtag DM approved.
Yeah.
The second we hit Alicia, there's an infinite supply of wood.
I'm a woodcarver by trade, darling.
Yeah, so that means that therefore it is very much possible to make this thing the second we're in Alicia.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking hot for this. Cool, we're doing it.
Right. So, Arkin, when he somehow locks eyes with the Prisity, he's suddenly, his eyes open wide and starts getting really bumbly, and goes, you're a Prisity? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. About the horse, Cypher gave me this.
Oh, Varric.
And he puts his hand into his pouch. And
This is how what?
into his side pouch, you cheeky bastard.
It's a deep pouch.
And with his little ball, he throws it in the ground.
Sorry, what?
Oh my god.
And a massive war horse
I'm
pops up.
sorry.
But instead of armor, it's filled with scrolls and like just bags and shit.
Pushes into his pouch and plays with his ball and a
Yeah.
warhorse.
Oh, the innuendo. Oh my gosh.
The speed at which we switch from like the emotional goodbye with like to this.
Emotional whiplash.
Bye.
I'm gonna look to the warhorse and kind of just smile and nod and go, I like you, Arkin.
He seems to like you. Can you convince him to give him some of his hair?
I'm just gonna shoot a look at Hannah and be like, shh, not now.
Mostly the not now though.
So, Arkin, do you want to come to Risha with us?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. It's where all the best people come from.
You just see it. You just see him like opening up book, flicking through like 10,000 fucking pages, and just closing it, and then turning around, looking at the back, and looking at a picture on the back, and closes it again, and puts it back in his book, and just looks at you again, and goes, "Oh my god."
So where are we right now? We're kind of outside the city.
Yeah.
We've got all of our mounts and stuff. Shut up, Barry. Who are you saying roll a d6 to?
That was
Me.
Barrett.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, give
Alex,
me
it's your-
1 second. Keep talking, I'll just grab my notes on that particular thing. 1 sec.
Theratus is going to glance over at Reedoo and go, "You happier on the carpet, or do you want us?"
I'm happy enough here, unless you want to join me.
I think the weight of my armor might make flying a bit uncomfortable up there.
Arkin just looks at his book, going, "I've read this line somewhere before."
Suit yourself. Guess I'll see you when we get there.
Aww.
In the meantime, it means we at least have 2 pack horses.
Can I ask Arkin about his book and ask if he's ever heard of the forests of Hiliafinde?
DM, being
Yeah?
a fucking nerd of a god nerd.
Do
what I know.
do a history check with advantage.
Jesus.
19. Yeah, you've heard of it.
Yeah. And like he keeps like shooting his eyes up at you, then looks at the floor and like keeps looking at you, and then puts his eyes to the floor whenever you make eye contact.
What does Annabelle say? I'm confused here.
No, it's probably Reedoo saying that to Hannibal.
Yeah. That's Reedoo saying that you can have...
Yes, to
Oh,
I was gonna repeat what you wrote, Rosie. So I was gonna say to Varric.
Okay, Reedoo, the moment she gets near the horse starts running away. So it's not gonna work.
Or not, I guess.
Leave it to Reedoo to be offended by that.
Cool.
I did tell you before, animals do not like me.
How far away? A
You,
giant badger!
Barrett, you throw the ball and it turns into a giant badger, which starts sniffing everyone's shoes. It's not quite as big as the it's not quite as big as the dire weasel, but it's probably as big as a it's pretty as big as a Labrador.
Can I call him Huffle?
Oh my
Sure.
god,
Yeah.
Arkin has glowing galaxy eyes. Do you want Hannibal to take his whole
It is.
body?
Ik kreeg een pet badger. I just informed the Hufflepuff in my house that I have a pet badger now.
So we've got 1, and Huffle. I love it.
And Arnold.
And Arnold.
You
Sorry.
have so many pets, it's unreal.
And of course, Barman.
Barman, yes.
1 second, Hannibal. I'll message you.
Yes, we should. Oh, wait. Yeah, you have a leashed animal. It's called Verti, we know.
Ew, gross.
Hey, guys, if you want, then our Bothwell session could be a one-shot where you all play a pet.
Yes.
Like the honey heist.
Oh my god.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I've got an Apricity outfit. No, that's fine. Fuck it. I'll be 1-1.
You're
I'm gonna
all
be
gonna have to
Arnold.
make.
I'm gonna get a pink feather boa.
Oh, I've got one at home. You can have it.
You need a top hat as well if you're gonna be Arnold. Just to
Pet
match.
tiefling Reedoo. I mean, it's true, but God blimey. Okay, so you have a giant badger that's sniffing your shoes. It seems friendly.
Okay.
You guys have all your mounts and everything. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Hi, little buddy. And I just
so, as someone just told me something, Hannibal is gonna look at the new guy first with excitement, but then she's gonna stop for a moment as she really looks at him, and she's gonna like make a face of, ugh, and she's just gonna cross her arms and go, of course. Every time I want something, they have to ruin it. I don't want anything of you anymore. They would never leave me alone. It was such interesting hair. Oh. Damn them.
Also,
Damn them!
as you guys completely forgot, I did, but let's put it like this. Cypher suddenly reappears going, shit, I forgot about this.
Wonderful cover.
Smooth.
And
He has a lot on his plate right now.
Yes.
Also, the badger sniffs the bread and eats a whole lot.
Can I hug the badger?
Roll animal handling.
and in front of you, Cypher snaps his fingers, and this massive, I'd say 10 foot by 10 foot portal opens up, and you can see Stock through it.
Ooh.
that's useful.
And with that, I gotta go. Snap,
Well-
gone.
What part of stock is it?
It's the outside. It's the front gate.
Okay. Do we see any people that we are familiar with? What time is it as well?
Good question.
Well, at the moment, it's only been about 10 minutes since the end of the last session, which was fairly early in the morning because the black market hadn't opened. You watched the execution, you went to go and try and talk, so I'm going to say it's pushing midday.
Okay, in that case, I'll look at the others, and then I think I'll fly in.
Alright, so Varric's gone through the portal. It's slowly shrinking, by the way. Like it looks as if it's got sparks going around it, like a Catherine wheel, and every time it makes a full circle, the whole thing gets about an inch smaller.
Oh no. And Arkin just kind of tries to get his horse to move and go through.
I'm gonna walk up behind Arkin and slap his horse on the ass.
Oh god, oh shit, no. And he goes to the
Gallops
portal.
off, his glasses falling down his nose. He has to push them back up. He's holding the reins with one hand. Ah! And goes riding through. It goes around again. The portal's getting an inch smaller.
Virus goes through.
Razzle dazzle prances. Hell yeah.
Are we still getting into our mounts and stuff? Just to.
Yeah, you can jump on a horse. Yeah.
No. Again, animals don't like Hannibal. She's just gonna summon a horse-sized fella.
If you want, you can go on the carpet as well. But yeah, that one's pretty, so you can go on that one.
I fly with the carpet through the portal. So if you wanna join me, just join me now.
Did you get 1-1 as well? So for Theritas, you said right, leading the spare horses. Did you do the dire weasel as well?
And the badger. We need Huffle as well.
Yes.
Well,
I will say,
mentioned that.
for the sake of saving your sanity by listing them all, that every pet you currently own, everything, it all comes with you as the Catherine wheel goes round and round, and you guys find yourselves on the outskirts of Stock around midday, and the portal closes behind you. Reedoo is being saluted with a big pink lance.
Elf.
Wait, is the spells that the spells that made it look like a dick are worn off, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just quickly checking.
We still have that in our brains, though, that mental image. Cool. So we land outside Stock.
Yes.
Is there anybody around?
You can see through the gates, they're sort of part open. You can see a few people bustling about. There's like the market bit towards the middle. You can sort of see through. It seems like you can hear hustle and bustle, bits of music. It seems like there's a few people in there.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yes.
One thing. These animals, anyone who rides them for a while, it slowly restores their health a bit. So, if you just ride them, can I have that?
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Cheeky.
Ask and you may receive. The DM is in a good mood today, for she has furry fifi legs.
I'm going to look at Varric and kind of my bottom lip wibbles a little bit. Shall we go to the tavern?
Yes.
I'm gonna notice Arkan looking at me weirdly. Can I turn to Reedoo? Are you close enough to me for me to talk to you?
Yeah.
Can I turn to Reedoo and go, hey Reedoo, how do you feel about me right now?
Zone of truth.
Out of character. Should I feel a certain way?
DM?
Actually, could everybody in the party except for Apricity please roll me a... Let me just see.
Oh, it's really interesting.
I realised what's going on.
You're there. I know I'm putting you into the game, but we were obviously so busy.
Could everyone please roll me a wisdom save?
That's a nat 1. Does my +5 help any?
I was going to say, you all actually do get advantage because you know her very well. So do it all with advantage, everybody.
God fucking damn it.
I don't know her that well.
Yeah, yours will just be normal.
I may have rolled 2 1s, Rosie.
What?
I rolled with different dice as well. Like, that's the worst part. Now 2 out of my 10 dice have to go into dice prison.
Alright, so... Okay,
Does Arkan get disadvantage because he doesn't know me?
I know, Arkan already knows this, so...
He's already... Okay.
Could everybody who got an 18 or over please jump into the Bothwell chat?
Hello.
Hello. It might just be you, actually.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not you. Excellent. Okay, Arkan, you know this already. So, you guys, now, you wouldn't necessarily mention this, but you feel like Apricity might be not famous, but like, when you think about it, when she asks you, like, how do you feel about me? You suddenly think, oh, hang on, aren't you quite well known for something? You can't quite put your finger on what. Arkan, you know what, but that's for different reasons. But yeah, you feel like she's quite well known and quite popular, but you can't quite remember what for.
Okay.
Okay, I have a suspicion of what this might be, and I'm kind of trying not to laugh.
So yeah, jump back in, and yeah, so you can share that or not.
My best guess is that it has to do.
Oh my god, I have an idea. Okay.
Oh my god, here, no more ideas from you.
No, idea what I just heard. Just.
Vicky, my best guess could be kinda dangerous.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
It is indeed very dangerous.
Oh god.
So, my last question was, Reedoo, how do you feel about me right now?
Reed goes, and then just like stares up into the distance and starts thinking, and looks very, very confused for a second. She doesn't actually answer your question. Sorry, she's just like,
No, it's fine. How's your magic stuff? Like, could you see what's going on? I don't know what that card was that Varric made me pull out, or offered me, so I shouldn't say made me.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah. Because you're the magic one.
Oh,
Does my magic work? Sorry, what was that question?
I said, could you use your magic to like see what's happened to me? Because I don't know what this card did.
Oh, okay. Can I do that?
You can try, but it won't tell you very much.
and how about me? Can I try?
I don't trust you, Hannah. You want to eat me?
She wants to eat everybody. Come on now.
I don't know. You said something specifically about gnomes, and since then, I don't trust you.
That's fine. She wants to know for herself, not because of her.
Okay. What do I roll?
You can do an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's not too bad actually.
Oh damn! Someone wants me to figure this out.
That is gonna help, you know.
Alright, how much did you get?
Nat 20 plus 5.
Nice.
Okay, so you are trying to work out what exactly? Just so that I make sure I don't tell you the wrong bit.
I just kind of asked her if she could see what that card had done.
Okay, you can see that it hasn't done anything to her physically, but you can tell it's probably got something to do with what you just thought about, what I just discussed.
Okay.
Like it's made that happen.
Okay.
Arkan still looks at Apricity and keeps doing the shifty eyes and like going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I turn to Apricity and say, I think that card was really unusual. I'm not sure I understand. It's impossible, but no, that can't be. And just stares off.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and mutter under my breath, fucking wizard.
I am gonna go, fine, I can do this. I can. Right, okay. Stands up, back straight, shaking everything, and walking straight to Apricity.
Arkan, are you okay?
Apricity, there's any chance could you sign a few things for me?
Oh my god, is she famous?
What does that mean?
And within my book, or my satchel of holding, I pull out all these books.
So he pulls out Graveside Love, A Necromancer's Lust, Tiefling Tongue Action, Horned and Horny, Pixie Penises in Their Hiding Places, Pointy-Eared and Over-Endowed Part 1, Orcs, Snogging and Thongs, Dwarven Tripod, and of course her bestseller, Brokeback Sailor, Furry Frolics, Fernando Freed. They are all written by Apricity.
With their picture on the back of every cover in the typical novelist stance.
Yeah.
Amazing. And
Better even than I imagined. Oh my god, she's a porn writer.
so for me, is this like this is the first time I've ever seen these books?
Yes. However, as soon as you look at them, you start to think, oh my god, I know this story. And you don't remember writing it, but you instinctively know the story when you look at the title and you see your name on the back and you flick through. It's like, like this is my writing, but I didn't write this.
Mr. Saldoras gave me one of these books and told me it was really good, and so he gave me. I read the first. I read the first one, and then he gave me his entire collection before going away.
Oh my god, he has the entire collection.
Mr. Who? Oh, is that Cypher's name?
Nope.
Who's? Oh, okay. So Mr. Who? Sorry, had this collection. Oh, Kel. Was that Kel's name?
Last name, yep.
He's a dirty bitch.
Wait, so Kel is a collector of your books as well. Then this is gonna be fun when we meet him.
So much fun. I have to copy and paste all this.
Kel's the one that gave him the books.
so Kel is a collector then.
A collector of many things.
It is pinned. The books are pinned.
Does he collect pixie penises as well?
What's
Does
that?
he what? Sorry.
Does he collect pixie penises?
Out of game, me is taking offense by this. Because Errol does not like the idea of pixie penises being collected.
But Varric has no problem with it.
Yep.
This is really weird, Arkan. I know these books.
It's really weird for me too. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna flick through and then go. Do you have a quill?
Of course he has a fucking quill. And no joke, he pulls out a quill, pulls out the ink, and pulls out five separate quills of different thicknesses and whatever you want to use.
Does he have a little small writing desk as well that I can lean on?
Yeah, you could probably just conjure an arcane little thing that you can just lean against.
Cool. I'd like to spend the next few minutes kind of dazedly flicking through the books and signing in the front cover.
If you want,
and I'll write a different thing each one, to my friend Arkan. Thanks for reading.
Is the new book that's coming out? Is that going to be about those two? And he points over to Verti and Reedoo.
I'm going to take a couple of seconds to think and go, you might be onto something there. I have daydreams on. Hey?
Don't you dare.
Feel like it's going to be called The Red Underpants.
Wait,
Yeah,
the issue is Verti hid those very well all the time.
What, the underpants?
Yeah, so this would be a dead giveaway that you saw everything.
Oh, whoops.
Too late now.
You apparently. I read over a letter that it was about a month ago that you had an idea of the new book, and there's only the past few days that you announced the book's name, which was the Red Underwear. And that lines up with exactly when it happened.
This whole thing's obviously like made me so confused, but I'm kind of like, this is a great idea.
And the letter, why did you hint at a human?
You'll have to get the new book when it comes out to find out. And kind of like glances at Varric and then looks away really quickly.
Okay. Thank you. And he just quickly walks back to his horse and gets on top of it and just stares at the soul of the horse.
Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. Cool.
Sorry, before you walk away, he did tell you that you are quite kind of a famous sensation in Borson, Amley, and Russia.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. When I hear the mention of Risha, I suddenly think of my family and feel slightly uncomfortable. Hopefully it's not gotten to their forest. Not sure how the clan would feel about that.
Well, they might enjoy your writing.
Yeah, they are filthy fuckers, to be fair.
They may have built you a temple of filth.
That sounds a lot worse than you meant it. Backtrack.
Right, we are visiting my family ASAP.
Right, Varric, did you say that to him? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
They're like Cradle of Filth, only they're less of a rock band.
We'll wait for the opportune moment, I think.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll come back to you.
Arkin looks at you like,
Okay.
I'm not into dudes, sorry.
That is not any Woody.
Woody?
So, on that interesting note, yeah, you guys are outside stock. You've had this interesting conversation. I'm going to assume sort of as you were walking in the gate, all this is conversation, and you now start walking in. Instantly, as you guys arrive, everybody except for Arkan and Hannibal, you are swamped by people who recognise you and are sort of clapping and cheering, go, hey, they're back! Woo! The dungeon survivors! Yes! And they immediately offer to take your horses to the stables for free. They'll take them to the castle stables. They'll sort things out for you. They're asking, do you need a place to stay? Do you want to wash up? Would you like some food?
Ooh, food.
We would love a room for the night, and yes, a hot meal and ale all round. Thank you.
And you get escorted up through to the Walden Castle. Soldiers in the barracks just nearby the castle sit up and wave, like, hey, it's you guys! And you're generally quite well recognised around here.
Nice. Oh, so we're going to the castle?
Yeah.
I am so what will happen. Yeah, you wanted that castle for ourselves, right?
Oh, yeah, but I was going to go to the tavern first, but if we're getting taken to the castle, that's okay.
We're going for the Colonel Keep.
I know, but I wanted to see if the dude was there that pretends to be the barkeep. I'm trying to find his name.
Tom. Wait, am I mixing up names from different campaigns now?
No, he was Higher Tom. Was the other guy?
Higher Tom was in the temple, yeah.
Peter / Vincent. Oh, sorry.
If you want, you can send someone to ask.
Cool. I shall send someone to ask if Peter is around. Please and thank you.
Alrighty, a couple of people scamper off. to go and ask around for you. And you guys are escorted up into the castle. It has been cleaned. It is a lot brighter. The windows are clean and sparkly. The tapestries on the walls, the ones that are left over, have either been taken down and replaced. All the pictures are gone. There is one picture of the Walden family up, seemingly out of respect, but a lot of the other ones that were damaged have gone, including the ones that you ripped out of the frames. Vark. The floors have been cleaned, there's new carpets down, the stairs have been repaired. It seems to be an ongoing process. There's some people in there right now. You can hear tinkering and hammering. You can see someone, several people out in the grounds in the middle that was so overgrown, and they're sort of chopping things down and pulling up weeds and things.
Arkin's gonna go. So this is where Mr. Salderas came out of?
Wait, he came from here as well?
Yeah, he was thrown in the jail.
Hey, so did we.
So, when was this, Arkin?
A while ago. DM, when was this?
This will have been a little while after.
Yeah,
A little while after you guys got out, I believe. Or just before. Around the same time as you guys, but he wasn't in there at the same time.
So we were the originals and he copied us? Or... No.
Yes.
I like that.
I hereby declare that that's correct.
we're gonna go with that, yeah.
Mr. Salderas, yeah, he told me that he freed the spirits of this place at some point, and he gave me. Oh, so this is what this ring is. He gave me this ring.
Wait, does it match with those that? Oh wait, who stole those rings back in the dungeon?
I don't remember. I don't remember there being a person that stole the rings.
Okay, no. That answers.
I don't know what you're talking about, Varric.
I was afraid that this would happen.
Yes, as far as you guys
Would we
remember,
maybe have memory of the rings and what they looked like?
As far as you guys remember, you can remember seeing the ring, but none of you took it. The same people who are with you now, minus Hannibal and Arkin, are the same people who were in the dungeon, the same people who got out.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
And Arkin goes into his little pouch and Pink grabs the ring, just slides onto his finger.
And it looks like...
Wait, so Kel liked it, so he put a ring on it?
Oh gosh.
No,
I like that no one pointed out that he put his finger in his ring in his pouch. Like that's.
No, Kel's got his eyes on somebody.
Oh, hello.
No, you can tell them I just took your biggest fan away.
She took my biggest fan away.
What?
Erin took the biggest fan in our house because it's hot in here, and she stole it from me. So now I don't.
Where's my fan?
Do you not have any fans?
Apparently I do, huh?
Got one in here.
You got several of them.
Oh, Rosie, did you just say he's got one in me?
No.
No, but
That's
sure,
so
why not?
Oh. Oh, gross. Anyway, So sorry. So he puts the ring on, and we look at the ring, and it looks like.
See.
It looks like the Walden family crest,
Oh.
which you guys would recognise.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw that before.
Who gave it to me, Rosie? Was it the parents?
You found it on the body, and they gave you permission to take it. It was from the mother.
Okay.
So, Arkan, he freed the spirits? You mean all of the other creatures that were dwelling here, all of the evil, all of the sad things?
You set loose the Wendigo?
They weren't evil. Those were the servants and the family.
Oh.
Yeah, just to refresh, the Walden family got thrown into their own dungeon by their servants, who all took off with their money and possessions. The two parents died of starvation, and the kids, to save themselves from dying of starvation, started to eat their dead parents, who they buried. They dug them back up again. # yes, I was playing a lot of Until Dawn at this point. And they dug them up, started to eat them, which turned them into Wendigos, and they were haunting the dungeons, which you guys sort of discovered a little bit as well. One of them had a diary and was writing notes, which slowly got worse and worse and worse. While Kel was in there, he managed to piece it together and managed to show the parents where their kids were and managed to break the chain of curse. So the ghosts and the Wendigos are no longer there. So yeah, he went in after you guys.
And Arkan relays that information.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just like that.
Thanks, Arkan.
Okay.
Can I approach one of the people that's like tidying up all the gardeny area?
Sure.
Hi. I'm not sure if
you're a Prissity. Wow. Oh wow. I mean, you're a Prissity from Carnal Eclipse, and they sort of like salute, and you're and they go a little bit pink in the cheeks, and you're a Prissity. Oh, I just love your writing. It's so good. Me and my wife, we enjoy a little tipple and reading some of your books of an evening. She says our second son is all because of you.
I naturally walk up to them because I have multiple of copies of these books because I literally just copied them with arcane magic, and I kind of give them the entire 10 books worth and just go, do you want these if you want a third?
I think, oh wow, I mean, my wife's favourite is orcs, snogging and thongs, but I think mine has to be tiefling tongue action. The description you go into, and he looks up and notices Vitheritas. Was it based on Vitheritas?
No, it was written before I'd met the rest of Carnal. I think it was written before that anyway. No, it's not. It's nothing to do with the third test. You might enjoy my new book that I think I'm writing there.
I think that was based on Verton.
Shh.
Sorry.
Glances at the third test and glances away. It's a joy to meet fans. Anyway, moving on from this.
And Arkan just kind of suddenly goes up in total fan mode and says to the two people, "It's based in a dungeon." Dungeon.
Oh wow! like this dungeon. Does it start with the elf covered in whipped cream?
Elf.
Varric blushes like that and flies off.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Oh yes.
Why?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
It's
compose
fine.
yourself. Get a grip. Get a grip. Oh, I can't believe this.
I thought this place was abandoned.
Well, so lovely people. Who has asked you to tidy this place? What are you guys doing here at the Walden Castle? Has someone come to reclaim it?
Oh well, Well, I mean, really, we were going to have it set aside for you guys, as a gesture of thanks. Our new leader, he's brilliant. He's, I think you knew him. He's happy where he is, and he agreed. And there was a town meeting, and everyone agreed that yes, it would be a great idea to donate our castle, small as it is, to you if you wanted it to be for Carnal Eclipse. We are happy with that. Yes, we could rename it Carnal Keep if that's what you would like.
Your new leader, is that Peter?
No, it's Higher Tom.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. I got the name wrong. That's who I meant. I'm one-track mind, as you know. How is Higher Tom? Is he well?
Oh, he's very well. He's very well. He's everyone says he's got taller. He's brilliant. We're picking up our industry. We've been selling lots and saving lots of grain. He's getting us back on track. We're still quite poor, but we're getting there. We're hopeful.
I'll turn around and look at Apricity. Apricity?
Arkan, darling?
Do you guys want to hire these people to like look after the grounds? Maybe we can get some guards.
No, we didn't, Varric, did we? We handed them to. Oh, hold on.
Where's the ring?
It was. Yeah. Oh my god! Don't do that to me! Fuck! I nearly fell down off my chair. Oh my god.
Why do you think I all kept? Oh shit! Fuck!
I thought you were excited about the castle. I thought you were just like happy. Oh shitting! Oh my god! Don't do that again.
This was bad.
Okay.
I had a heart attack there.
So did I. No, he's with the ring. Don't worry, it's fine. But yes, Arkan, dear. I think that would be a wonderful idea. I'm going to glance around to the rest of Carnal Eclipse and say, I'm a little bit light in the pocket at the moment, though, so I'm not sure I could
And with that,
hire people.
Arkan just kind of pulls some stuff out of his pouch and pass you some cash.
I fucking love this kid.
1 minute. I can't find you my message. Send me a message.
Me send you a message? Oh, there you go. Holy fucking shit. Thanks, Arkan.
No worries, Apricity.
Oh my god, I love this kid. Oh, he's not my sugar daddy, that's great!
Oh, you had to ruin it.
Oh yeah, I think Higher Tom was to do with... He wasn't to do with No Wings, was he? Oh fuck, was he? No, he was because of, what was the girl's name?
She was involved with...
She
was with the ring. She was with the ring.
Oh, yes, she was with the ring because she was friends with Peter, and that's how I ended up liking her, even though she was a bitch.
Yeah, it was Mal and Cobb that were involved with the No Wings.
Yeah, which
criminals.
Didn't Kel like assassinate the dude that put him into prison, and that was the guy who was the head of the town?
Yes, I believe, but that wasn't Higher Tom. Higher Tom has come to be leader after that.
Oh, Debois was the girl, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, she dated.
Oh well,
because
do the bitch.
She was the bad people who are running the town. The female who was in league with the demons, she dated, and the other guy left town very quickly afterwards. You will have heard this very quickly. Debois was the one who was working with the ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she, as far as you are aware, is not here. She is with Vincent Poe and all the ring people.
So we now have no way to check how Reese is doing.
Well, I sort of have an idea of where he might have been taken, but I don't know if he's still there.
Where would that be?
Well, he talked about getting a mechanical arm. which was the place that had all the airships.
Which was one that we needed to go for this quest anyway, so...
Uh-huh.
You have no idea where it is, though.
No, not yet, but we'll find out. So how many people are there, like, doing the gardening and stuff and doing the upkeep?
From you can see, there's probably about 10 so far.
I would like to confer with I would like to confer with the rest of the party and say, as this is ours, shall we employ some people to maybe keep an eye on it for us? Keep it clean?
Seems good in our absence.
How many
Maybe
might we need?
So you want to call them all over and sort of talk to them as one group?
I kind of want opinions from the group.
Instantly, Arkin gets a bit of paper out and ready to write everything down.
Yay! We'll find our bookkeeper, our archiver.
So what do we reckon? Like these couple here seem lovely. Maybe we could find Varric. I'm sure you'd love it if there was someone here that was good at cooking.
We need a cook.
But maybe they could have... I don't know, would we pay them in our downtime? Maybe we should have some people that just kind of do general upkeep and like garden, look after the castle, and then if we do come home for any length of time, then we can maybe have others. What do people think?
Would Arissa know roughly what kind of staff this kind of estate?
Yeah, I think she would.
Having lived in a similar one.
Yeah, you'd need to keep it continuously running and upkept. You'd need quite a few, like a minimum of 15. It's not massive. To keep it protected as well, with soldiers, you need at least 30.
Oh my god, Arissa, this is where you go and find some soldiers and tell them the fucking pig story and get them to work for us for discounted monies. We are famous now in this town. I'm sure people would be happy to work for us. Yeah, there is already a dungeon there, it's just not a sexy one yet.
And with the summon circle, we have easy access to the demon-in-law as well whenever we need him. Because we still have the candle.
That's what Arkin has in his little note so far.
Varric would overwork one cook. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe we need... Yeah.
God.
Basically, we have 2 cooks. One for Varric and one for everyone else.
He'll be my personal house elf.
Aww.
Okay, he'll be my house gnome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
And I pass that note over to Apricity.
Thank you, Arkin. Gosh, you're very efficient.
Also, I gave a rough estimate of monthly income and how much that costs, but that's up to the DM.
Yeah, I'll work that out for you in a moment. Also, it would be 18 to run the place in general. It would be 30 total, including the guards, so including the maids, the cooks, and the guards. And then you could add 2 captains and an extra 2 cooks simply for Varric. If you wanted just the 18, you would include a couple of cooks in that. And if you wanted Varric to have extra, you could add an extra 2.
Around that. Well, say that again. You kind of broke up.
The place is huge.
It's not that huge. It's like a castle sort of. It's got one sort of towery bit and then an entrance hall and a sort of courtyard in the middle. It's not massive.
Apricity.
Mm-hmm.
With our combined knowledge,
yes,
we can make this thing foolproof against like thieves and such.
Yeah. I like the idea of setting some booby traps. Well, what? The Veritas has just thrown me the whole pouch of gold?
Yep.
The whole pouch?
Yep.
The Veritas.
Apricity, do you need any more gold? I could give you more.
Oh, Arkin, hun, you hold on to that for now. I'll maybe let you know if I need any more.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a winning smile and then turn away sheepishly.
And his face goes bright red and stares at the floor.
Maybe you could pose for a picture for him so that he can have like a portrait of you above his bed, so that he has something fun to wake up with in the morning.
Not like that.
Stop. He's admiring my filthy, filthy mind, not anything else. Okay?
That's what you think for now.
Oh, Varric, no, stop.
My theory has not yet been proven wrong.
Oh.
Enjoy.
I'm going to ignore everything that Varric has just said.
If Varric says anything like that out loud,
Oh no, he doesn't. This is out of me.
Arkin will have a response to that, which is going to be quite funny.
Oh, in that case, yes.
Okay, then I'll respond to it.
No, not like that. Mr. Saldaras, I don't think would be too happy about that.
Mr. Saldaras wouldn't. Why would he not be okay with that?
Never mind.
DM is just doing some maths, so please, by all means, carry on talking amongst yourselves.
I know my brain is quite slow, but I think I caught that one. Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna be confused again. Lovely gentleman that is in the garden that we were chatting to. I'm sorry. You know my name. What was yours?
Apricity, wow. Are we talking to the one who you spoke to earlier, who talked about his wife?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
The one that said his second child was all down to my filth.
Lone. That's his name.
Lone, do you feel that there would be some people in the town, perhaps including yourself, who would like to have a job here looking after Carnal Keep, as it now is called, it seems?
Definitely, of course, yes. It would be paid work. A lot of us are here voluntarily just to keep the place spick and span and clean enough for you should you return. But yeah.
And that's very kind of you. We appreciate it. We will throw a party in your honour, of course. I'm going to tell Lewis to activate. Yes. Oh, let's look after Arkan together. He can be our baby. Yes. Of course, it would be a real job with real wages. I wondered if you'd be able to put some word out in the town that we were perhaps looking for people.
Of course, yeah, right away. Who would you be looking for? We can do you general household staff. We can do you maids, cooks, cleaners.
Here's a list.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you. And he'll go off into town with that.
Wait, can I specifically ask him something?
Yeah. Oh, Varric, yes, of course, yes.
Is there like anyone famous for their cooking here? Because I want him as the cook.
I'll rustle up our absolute best for you.
Sounds good. And I give him 10 gold.
That's like more money than he's seen in his entire freaking life.
To be fair, it's not even 10% of mine.
Alright, I'm just doing some working out. So yeah, he will run off with that and go off into the town for you. In the meantime, things are being prepared. You're informed that not all the bedrooms have been cleared out yet, but the bedrooms that were in the guest quarters, they're okay at the moment. They're just not very clean. They're a bit dusty. The dining hall is alright, and the kitchens are alright. If you wanted somewhere to sit and hang out, you could go in the dining room, and food will be brought to you very soon.
Yay.
I'm going to look around the rest of the Carnal Eclipse and say, I feel like we're in need of an evening off.
Yes, and I think I have something to... True, Verti, but I was gonna have to... I had to add it to my character sheet for then.
Yeah, yep. True.
And, I think tonight... The night off sounds good. I definitely promised Cypher to talk to someone, so I'll... And with that, Varric blushes and looks to the ground. And he stops talking, by the way.
So I think it's agreed. Maybe we should treat these wonderful volunteers to an evening of fine food and fine drink, and maybe have a miniature Arispa.
Yes.
Okay, the DM has crunched the numbers. Whew! Jesus. For you to have the minimum number of cooks and some guards and some captains to organise everything, it will cost you about 130 gold per month.
Okay.
How much?
130 gold per month.
Damn, that... We need a steady source of money to be able to maintain that.
You can cut it down if you have less people, so you could have less guards and less cleaners in general, and then
can
you
hire
could cut
the
it
cooks
down.
whenever we are there.
Yeah, I was then going to say we could have we could announce when we're in the city, and also I'm sure there's probably takeaway. We could go to the tavern and order some food to be delivered.
I could sort out a vault in the keep, and I can enchant it with arcane, and it's only accessible to the head house and us.
But we haven't got any gold to put in it here.
I can put some more in.
I'm actually asking something for the captain about that. So, in messages, my dear captain.
Okie dokie. Let me just get out of this one and I will check.
So how much gold do we have at the moment?
Including what Veritas has just thrown me, I've got just over 3 grand.
Just over 3 grand?
Yeah.
My dears, Hannibal is just gonna get near you as if she's finally gonna interact in this conversation. She's gonna grab, put the hand inside her bag and pull out a handful of gold coins and throw them on the ground, and again on the ground, and again on the ground, until there's a big pile of golden coins, and she just stares at you and, will this be enough?
She just basically crashed this entire nation's economy.
I feel like this is, when you play Sims and you get the cheat for all the money. Yeah, that's literally, we've typed in Rosebud and are doing
Can I suggest that either MotherLode or MotherLode should actually be the title of this episode, I think.
Yes.
Guys.
Yes, dear.
I do have a spell that I can transmute something relatively the same size as me into another material.
Why would you need that when I just threw tons of money on the ground, honey?
Shh, don't talk to him with such a harsh tone. He's delicate.
Arkan.
His glasses are steaming up, and he has to take them off and rub them and put them back on. Push them up his nose
Arkan.
If we found a statue or anything like that, or like armor, I could transmute that into gold.
Verti, don't you have an old armor that you don't wear anymore?
There is one now, but at the same time, it could also be used by any guards we.
I was going to say, hang on.
But we can
When
get
we were-
legendary golden chainmail on our guard. How cool is that?
Didn't we, when we escaped from the dungeon, wasn't there like piles and piles of discarded crap downstairs?
Fuck yes!
Maybe we could go and check that out and see.
Kel kind of
See if
took all that.
Fair.
You know,
How did you take like 100 people worth of?
Hey, don't question Kaloja. He can do anything.
I took the valuables and burnt the rest, and as you'll find out, downstairs is completely and utterly sealed and broken in.
Oh, what? So no bad things can get out.
So no one can go in. It's like he's treated that place as a tomb, and it shouldn't be disturbed.
Ah, he's a nice boy, is Kel.
And I also say this as Arkin.
Miss Hannibal, or Hannah, why do you keep looking at me so weird?
Because of your blood. I can't steal anything from you. I would have them follow me around demanding I give it back. I wanted your hair. Now I can have
Hannibal.
I don't know what you mean.
Hannibal, play nice.
I'm gonna step in front of
I
our
asked the
Hannah.
question and I'm answering it.
What about my blood?
You don't know?
I just know that I'm a bit different.
Yes, well, I'm pretty sure it's not my secret to tell unless Cypher decides. So, if you really want to know what your blood is made of, you can come to me. But until then, I will keep to myself.
Oh, okay.
Can if you talk to her, you take her.
I'm sorry,
What was
what?
I said, Arkin, if you go and talk to her, you take one of us with you, okay?
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised he had. I think out of not conversation, and not character, he hasn't wondered about me since. Can he sense magic? Because mine is very different, and he seems to be powerful if he's Cypher's apprentice. So.
Yeah, he knows about you. Our Cypher's.
Okay, so he knows about me. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll just ask him
Cypher's
now.
explained what you are to him, and he's also sensed it a little bit. That it's not
Okay, thank
normal
you.
arcane magic.
If it's not arcane magic, that means it's divine magic.
Not divine either.
Wait, what?
It's
Dun,
not.
dun, dun.
It's not magic of this plane, as far as he knows.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we knew that already-ish.
Yeah, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, Lone, my friend,
Who has run off into town to go
Fuck.
and...
Hey guys, who wants to go and get some food from in town?
Yes.
I think we could send words to the tavern and ask for ale and food to be brought here for our volunteers and for ourselves.
In the meantime, I think we should bring out a table and chairs and have a feast in the gardens.
Could I set up an
Oh yeah.
Could I set up a lab?
Can you pick a room that you would like and you have it for your own? Well, have a bedroom and have well, we'll set up a guest room, but yes, you can have a lab.
Oh, thank you. Also, when you guys go get food, I'm gonna go inside and I'll set up the vault.
Cool. I was then going to ask if you could. Yeah. Thank you, Hannah, for the piles. Very generous. if you could sort that out, I can.
I have actually solved several planet monetary issues. Of course, then money became obsolete, and they started selling and another thing, and then there was poverty again. So the wish was kind of wasted. But you know, that's just contracts to you.
Okay.
Arkin looks at the mass gold pile. Kind of looks at his pouch.
Does anyone have a bag that I could put this into?
Annabelle takes a huge bag out of her little bag.
Takes the bag, opens it, puts his hand up to it, lifts all the gold up, and magically puts it into the bag.
Okay, guys.
Clap, clap, clap.
I'll go to and get the vault set up. I'll talk to you guys when you get back.
Thank you, Arkan, but do you not need food?
I don't really eat that much. I had some before I left.
By Arkin's like 160 pounds. I'm like 5'8".
I give him like some food from my personal store.
Whoa.
That he has to bring to his room.
Thank you, Varric.
You should eat well enough while you're with us.
As long as Varric doesn't get there first.
This is salad dressing.
I just grin at that comment.
He said you'll get fat.
Yeah, he told me that he doesn't understand how Varric isn't what do you call a fat bastard.
Nice.
Well,
None of us do sleep.
I'm halfway there. I mean, I am a bastard.
I can make sure you eat. We'll bring you some wine or some ale later. Thank you.
Okay.
And he just turns around and goes into the keep to do his thing.
I love Arkin so much.
Oh yes, the aviators. I love it.
Yeah, there's a version of that piece sung off the top walls.
So, you guys are gonna go and sit in the dining room bit and get brought food and everything?
Well, I was thinking maybe we should bring it outside and host like a feast.
I think that's a great idea because apparently they've all volunteered to clean the castle up for us. So,
are you doing a feast for everyone cleaning the castle or everyone in the town?
Say that again.
Rosie, how much would a feast for everyone in town or every volunteer cost?
I'll just get back to you on that.
Can you just pass a precipice money to the amount of whatever the DM will say in a minute?
Sure, you can do.
Saying anything.
Well, actually, if it's coming from you, then yes! That is what he does. Only he's got longer hair.
God.
He's got longer hair.
Okay, so Reedoo's basically just paid for a feast for all of the volunteers and for us.
Maybe.
I will look into the bag, guesstimate how much is in there. With my mouth hanging open, I'm going to turn to her and go, wow, thank you.
Could you pass me the lump sum of gold for me to put all into the vault?
Say that again, sorry?
You see when I left, did you give me a lump sum of money to put into the vault?
What, the money that you gave me?
Yeah, put into the vault.
You keep coming in and out, say that again, sorry?
So I can put everything into the vault, so it's an accumulated total sum.
Yeah, so I might keep some of the money that Arkin gave me.
Yeah.
Because I have fucking nothing. So maybe I'd keep 500 for myself and then give you all the rest to go in the vault.
Okay. Annabelle, how much did you put on the floor?
DM, how much should I put?
Well, it will cost at least 400 gold to do a simple feast for the town. Like a normal feast will cost 10 gold per person, but if you're simplifying it and everyone's sharing and it's a banquet, I'll say it's
put a little more than that. So.
No, Hannah asked how much did she put on the floor, like when she
on
poured
the
shitloads
floor, she put enough for your first month's worth of paying everybody, so at least 130, so probably about 200 gold she put on the floor.
Okay.
Cool. Well, yeah, so Arkan, you get that from me, and then
200.
Also,
and then that was from Vitheritas.
While you guys are working out money, Vitheritas, just jump in the other chat with me.
Oh, hello.
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 Hello. Right, so your steed has followed your instructions and sniffed out the camp that you remember, because you went there, so you'd know where it was. Yep. And you said you can communicate like she does with Warman, so you can communicate well enough to get this message. Alright, so Hiriot is a sniff around. The chimney isn't going. He can't fit under the ground, but he like buffs the doors open and sniffs, and it smells like no one is down there, and it has been abandoned for days, possibly like longer than a week.
Yep. Then I'll summon him back.
Alrighty. So he will. Will he instantly appear by your side, or will he have to canter back?
No, he'll have to make his way back on foot.
Alright, cool. So then give him 15-20 minutes and he will appear back, but you would have been relayed this information by now, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. It's yeah.
Awesome.
Alright, jump back.
Thank you.
Alright.
Hello. So the paladin's gonna stop singing from up on the walls and make his way back down. And join up with everyone. And this giant pile of gold.
Which is slowly being collected by people who are shuffling off to go and get food and make food and do everything. So they're going to get it prepared for you, and they are bringing trestle tables just outside the castle. So they are spreading word that people can all come, and there's going to be a big feast just outside the castle.
Vitheritas, you could play us some music when people come for the feast.
Orissa, they can wheel the piano out for you as well if you like.
Yay!
Can I look to Verti and ask him how he is?
You'll see him think for a bit. And he'll glance across at Reedoo for a second, then basically go, I want to find the No Wings, and I want answers on what they're doing and why.
Sorry, you cut off. I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry. He's gonna say, I want to find the No Wings, and I want answers from them and why they're doing it. But we're not going to get those answers here.
I wonder, Varric, if we should send someone forward to see if the No Wings are still at their base.
Shall I look through the chimney?
Varric, there's no point.
Sorry, can I ask a question out of character? Did you say that someone was following a group and that group was No Wings and they were in Risha?
No, the group that was being followed is the group that murdered the people from Verti's campaign, from Verti's military band, and that group coincidentally also is the Sunday party, I think.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, catch up on the Sunday party stuff.
I haven't listened for fucking ages. That sounds incredible. Rosie, you are so good at this.
I pre-plan and make sure everything fits in the world in a timeline order.
Oh, you are fucking dark. I love it.
Yes, she made you murder them, and it was glorious.
Oh my god.
Wait, what did I miss? Sorry, I was plotting and scheming.
I'm just being glorious.
You were Batmaning again.
Yeah.
Which character is Batmaning?
You.
Oh, okay.
Not the character. Not the character. The you. You were Batmaning.
Varric, by the way,
Wait,
you'll
he
have
told you
heard.
about that?
Yes, Verti?
You'll have heard Theratus say that there's no point going investigating the Knowings camp
Why not?
because they're not there.
You're gone?
How do you know that?
I have a connection with that mount I summoned, and I sent it off to go and have a look.
Oh. And they're gone.
At least a week.
Was there any struggle? Was there any sign of why they'd left?
Well, last time I checked, an elk wasn't going to get through that door anytime soon, so...
I could fly over and check.
But like the place wasn't burnt to the ground, it was just there was
It's
no one
still
there.
there. The door was openable, and it was just abandoned.
Oh, we can take an underground base as well.
I'm not sure I want to go anywhere those guys are.
Verti,
Yes.
at this point, Varric will actually out of game and in-game mention this. Wow. Verti, if Colonel Keep is ours, and you have to rebuild an order, wouldn't it be easier to take over the former No Wings base and use it for something good? They have beds. They have a kitchen. They have training grounds and a workshop. So I think it sounds like a good base for whatever you plan to do with the Goblet group or something.
I'll think about it.
Alrighty.
For now, there's no one else to go down there, so...
So, a piano is wheeled out. The Theratas, are you going to join in playing guitar with Arissa?
Yep, he'll join in.
Alright, cool. So, you guys sit outside, and as the afternoon draws on into early evening, food is prepared, a giant feast, and in waves and waves, everyone in the town comes out. You see people that you recognize, some people that you don't. Everyone seems to recognize you. Arissa starts playing the piano they've wheeled out for her. It's a little bit dusty, but they give it a quick wipe for you. And Theratas joins in on the guitar. A couple of people join in on like the drums and things. And Hannibal starts to sing. And it's a beautiful, like, haunting song, but it's pleasant and slightly inhuman. And several of the villagers and townspeople's eyes go a little bit blue, and they continue dancing and smiling after they've eaten their food, and they're dancing around, and everyone seems to be quite happy and jolly. You briefly see Hire Tom. He is quite busy sorting out a lot of town's things, and he nods and smiles and gives you a quick wave from the other end of the table. He's deep in conversation with several people, has a quick dance, and then he heads off to go and do some more things in town. It seems he's got his everything full, not just his plate, his arms, everything full, trying to sort the town out. But it is merry and happy, and Arissa, you are approached by several town guards who, several of them approach Apricity as well and sheepishly ask her to sign their books. They also turn to Arissa and say, are you planning on publishing your pig story? And do you think we could hear it?
Of course, just come find me after I finish playing.
Oh, we will. Oh, we will. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Alright, so yeah, you guys have a chill.
Is this in the castle?
Just outside.
No, outside.
Out the front.
I'll kind of tug on everybody's arm. I finished the vault. I also done something extra. If you want to come have a look.
I'd like to have a look, and I. Funny affair. Yes, it's the Scotsman. It's the guild. I love this song. I'm so good tea, and there built for them to view beneath his woman's skirt was nothing but what.
Behind the bush, he lifts his hilt and balks at what he sees. What?
Yup. Because two ladies wanted to see what's beneath the kilt, and they tie a little bow around what they find because he doesn't wear underwear underneath. And then when he gawks at what he sees, he doesn't expect that bow.
Oh. Wow. I don't know how I feel about this song.
And as it went on, people are loving the song. Could Vithera, could you and the rest do performance checks, please?
While they're doing that, I'll tug on Apricity's arm.
Hi, Arkin.
Alright, the two of you are doing amazingly well. Everyone is dancing and cheering and joining in. People are waving chicken legs around while dancing with Varric, who's probably also waving a chicken leg and eating while dancing because he has to do both at once.
Oh, hang on.
By the way, this is the song she's singing, in case you're wondering.
Cool.
Outbarded by the paladin.
I rolled a 6 and I still got a 17.
Fair.
Amazing.
I had to roll a 16 for that.
Hey.
Whoa.
So,
I'd like to see that Arkham.
Sure, Arkin, let's go.
Alright, so you two follow Arkin. And,
can I pass him a big goblet of wine first? How can you used to enjoy yourself too?
I've never drank before.
Just try a little, and if you don't like it, I'll, help you.
You'll see the little kill in him, and he just kind of looks at it and downs it, and goes,
Oh, okay.
do I have to roll a Constitution?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Okay, never mind. Saving throw, that is 26.
Fucking hell, this kid is beast.
Alright, yeah, you'll be fine.
Am I meant to feel something?
Maybe not from the first one. We'll try some more later.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I follow him over to the vault. It is, I don't know what room, you guys can decide what room it is, but it is arcade bars, and I explain it to you. Pretty much, it's a slight enchantment. It's kind of what my dad, Cypher, has done for his vault. So he taught me it. It's if anyone has any ill will, they can't enter it.
And he taught you how to do this, and you just picked that up?
Yeah.
Wow, Arkin. That's incredible.
It really is.
So far, the ledger, I put the rest of my allowance in it. I've never really spent anything. I never really, left the castle. So, Cypher used to give me, a monthly allowance, just to spend, but everything I already had was already at the castle. So I put everything in there. So,
the total what I believe is in there is 7,297 gold.
Arkin, you can't give us all that money. That's yours.
That should be admonishing him.
I don't really care for gold. I can supplement things. Half of that gold came from was me playing around with my transmutation magics.
Arkin, you are the most generous, most inspiring human I've met, and I've met many, and they are all, Arissa aside, they're all they're all twisted, dark-souled people, and there's something special about you, Arkin. Thank you.
He's like going bright red in the face and stare at the floor and just tries to continue on with his ledger as his yellow thing.
So pretty much when it comes to like everybody in Carnal Eclipse has access to this gold. When else wants access to it when we're not here, it could be a trusted person that we hire. I can give them access to it, but even with access, if they have any ill will towards whatever's inside of it, like stealing it or something, they can't take it. They can't get in. So I spent most of my time on that, and I had some time left, and I fixed up the Grand Hall, and I also sorted something out for you guys.
What have you done, Arkin?
It's kind of like as a thank you for taking me along. And I take you through the Grand Hall, and it is immaculate. There's a long 18-seater table, like a long Grand Hall table in it, and at the very end of it, from the ceiling to where the fireplace is, which I think would be about 15 feet, is a massive Carnal Eclipse tapestry.
Oh my god, we need fan art immediately.
The tables are all set with like dishes, everything. Like, see what you had in Cypher's mansion? Like that. But this stuff is all tangible.
I am going to grab hold of Arkin's hand and kind of pull him down towards me. Thank you, Rob. So I'm going to pull him down quite a long way towards me and just give him a massive hug.
He freezes for the first 5 seconds, then slightly taps you on the back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arkin. And then I'll release him.
And he immediately, like a springboard, stands back up straight.
I can't believe this. For so many years I've been just wandering, lost, trying to find the things that I've been looking for, and suddenly we have somewhere to live. I have a new family, and
also, Verti, your logo, your crest is behind the Carnal Eclipse seal, so it's there too.
He'll just be steady there studying that.
Aww.
So yeah, it's like gold trims and royal reds and purples and things like that. Just it sticks out.
oh,
Can I down a drink and hand a different drink to Apristi and one to Arkin?
yeah.
I'll do that. I'll pour like some, or I'll get some drinks and just down one and hand one to Apristi and then another one to Arkan.
I raise my glass to both of them and down it.
I'm looking at you guys really confused about raising it. He has no idea what that means.
We raise it in a toast to celebrate or to honor someone.
Okay. Does it, and then downs the drink again. I'll roll for another Constitution with disadvantage.
Yes.
That's not as good as last time, but that's a 19.
Okay. You feel a little bit spacey and very happy. Like, very, very contented.
At this point, you could probably hear there's no more stuttering in his voice.
Oh.
This is really weird. Is this normal?
What's wrong?
I feel really not lightheaded, but overwhelmingly positive more than usually.
Yeah, that could totally be the mead or the wine. That happens to me from time to time as well.
Wine?
Oh yeah, I gave you wine. Did you just give him mead? We're mixing your drinks already, hon. I'm so sorry.
Kel, Mr. Salderas did tell me that if I was to have a drink, and if it needs to be with people, everybody needs to have vodka.
Kel did have a penchant for vodka, let's say.
Yeah, half the time when we're over in the castle, he tends to stumble around a lot and follow things.
Well, that happiness that you feel right now, that's what Kel was trying to find. And unfortunately, it's not always at the bottom of a bottle.
He always seemed happy when he talked to me. But usually whenever I walk past his room at night, I sometimes just heard him scream, and sometimes when I've walked in, he's always would seem to be pretending, I don't know, but he seemed to be okay. I'm not exactly good with these.
I'm sure him having you around made his life a million times better than it would have been without you.
Well, I'll try my best.
Are you guys back outside the front now?
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys can walk there, you make your way back out towards the front. You see Veritas offer his hand to Reedoo.
That's quite a lot.
I like how the 97 is actually what I put in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll meet you. So do we have loads of townspeople enjoying a feast?
Yes. The feast
Amazing.
is slowly running out of food. There's drink and things. There's not loads. It's sort of like a ration feast. There's loads. There's plenty for everybody. But this is still a slightly struggling town, and so they're still getting back on their feet. But it's beautiful, and there's a lot of spread, and there's enough for everybody. There's lots of drink. Everyone is very happy. There's loads of dancing.
Yay, relaxation!
I'm gonna kind of look around and be really happy and all emotional and, feeling all loved up. And then my eyes are gonna fall onto Hannah singing in the corner, and immediately I lose the smile from my face.
Wow.
I would like to approach Hannah and clear my throat and see if I can get her attention.
She stops singing to look down at you and raises an eyebrow. Oh, are you not afraid of me anymore?
I don't think fear is what I have for you. I'm not sure how to describe the word. Let's just say most of it is suspicion.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if I really wanted to eat you, I would have done so already.
I'm sure you would have tried to do so.
She smiles at you with a big grin.
I noticed when you were singing, some of the people in this room or in this garden acted slightly differently. I really, really hope you are not doing anything that will harm them, because we will fall out big time.
Oh, don't start. I'm not doing anything bad. It's a spell to make people feel jollier, happier, almost like they're drunk. Without being drunk.
Well, we supplied them with wine and mead and eggs to get them drunk. I don't think I trust your magic around these innocent people. What is it that you are trying to achieve?
She looks at you for a moment and then looks at the people and she just sighs. If you really must know, I was feeling nostalgic. This song was written for my kind long ago by some planets who worshipped us. They are long gone now. It's been millennia. I do get nostalgic just like anyone else. I just wanted to see a bit of the traditions still being kept alive.
Arkan will also walk up, like just hear the last bit of that conversation, and goes,
Her magic, from what I can tell, is not harmful.
he is swaying a little bit now.
Thank you, Arkan. I feel I can read you.
Just to ease the tension.
Oh, I left my fart machine downstairs again, and he's gonna get it.
And when Arkan says that, he turns around, walks away, and trips up in the closest seat nearby and face plants it.
Oh, Arkan.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, I was told if this happens, get more vodka.
Uncle Kel maybe didn't say it right. He means get water. Water.
He told me specifically if anybody says that, they're lying.
You can do a persuasion if you want, Chrissy.
Come on, mum roll.
Mum roll.
This is the mum roll.
Give it an advantage if it's a mum roll.
Yeah, sure.
I rolled 15 twice. I have +0, so it's a 15.
Okay. She has your best interests at heart, but it's up to you if you want to listen to her.
Okay. Water and vodka.
Yes, that's what you do, Arkham. Water and vodka. Good lad.
Alright.
Don't mix the two in one glass.
Oh.
Varric, you are walking over to Arissa.
Yeah.
Alright.
Am I still playing piano?
You can take a break now. Like, there's other people joining in, someone else takes over the piano. They're nowhere near as skilled as you, but between two of them, they can play enough to keep the dance going. There's like a slow dance going on now, there's like guitar and things.
Hi. I sort of promised Cypher that I would talk to you about something. But I understand if now's not the time, so we can always do that at a later time, but he gave me this bottle of wine that he said we should share with it, so if you want I can pour you a glass.
Sure, I love wine. What kind of wine is it?
I don't know.
It's the highest class of wine. I think at least 100 gold a bottle.
I meant more, where is it from?
It's definitely from the elves.
Okay. Interesting.
So I pour two glasses of wine.
2 bottles of wine.
I just pour 2
Wait,
glasses.
okay, what? Just a second. But, DM, do you see what's wrong here?
I know what's wrong. But
Annabelle is gonna quickly move to you two, and she's gonna grab the bottle, and she's just gonna, I'll give this back to you later, and she's just gonna poof away.
Alright.
No more wine. Bye
Left the
bye.
glasses.
Nope, she took the glasses.
Arista's just gonna kind of look where she disappeared and start laughing. Just what?
Yep, so that happened. Keep going.
Carry on, Varric.
Well, at that point, she made it impossible for Varric to keep a promise, so fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this because Varric doesn't break promises.
And on top of that, you have Cypher's voice in the back of your head going at you right now.
I pull out my bow and arrow and I go hunting. I need to catch me Annabelle.
Oh god.
Okay. So
Arista just kind of watches him go like, I'm very confused.
I'll actually tell her. She stole our wine. I promised him I would share the bottle of wine with you while we talked. And
Varric, at the same time, you do remember I gave you 2 bottles, 1 each.
okay, in that case, Varric can still keep to his promise. So I pull out the second bottle of wine.
Annabelle pulls back up, and she just glares at you.
I pull out my bow and arrow again.
She takes the bottle and disappears again.
That's 200 gold she just stole from you.
She can make money! You think she cares?
We'll share the wine another time.
There, my sweet boy.
I'll still need some alcohol to actually dare talk to you about this though. So I'll just call someone over to give me alcohol. And I give Arissa a glass of wine as well because she loves wine, and I'll just like slam mine down immediately so that it can't be stolen again.
I have a feeling Arista will go to take a sip, and then Hannibal will appear, slap the glass out of her hands, and disappear.
That's exactly what she did.
I don't think I'm allowed wine tonight.
Why not? What is she up to?
I did message you.
Overtime!
I did message you an idea, Hannibal.
Oh, I'm watching. You didn't receive anything. Oh, yes, okay. So Hannibal appears again, and she just says, "It tastes like wine, but it's actually juice. Enjoy." And she poofs away.
So she's giving me back a bottle, but it's not. It looks like wine, but it doesn't smell alcoholic.
She took the alcohol out of the expensive wine.
Wait.
As far as you can tell, Varric, everything else should be the same.
Okay.
In that case, I pour 2 glasses of whatever this is that we now have.
Not wine.
And this not wine.
But it tastes like wine. That's what's important.
I'll take a sip, and at that point, Varric will
Arista also takes a sip and just kind of goes, "Oh, it does taste like wine."
That's good. That's good.
That's why people drink wine, because it doesn't have alcohol.
I Cypher said I should talk to you about how I feel, and I don't really know how to say it, or I don't know. I'm sorry, this is probably stupid.
No, feelings are stupid, but that doesn't mean they're bad. Not always.
I've just never felt this before, and it's just so... It's just all so confusing and so weird, and it's weird. Somehow you make things better, I guess. It seems brighter. It seems better. And I don't know.
Eris is just kind of blushing a little bit, like, what? Where is this going?
Where's what going?
I mean, sure, my life certainly got a lot less lonely and more fun when I met you.
He actually brightens up at that.
So
I don't really know how to say it, but I think I and he takes another like big chug of his not wine stuff.
She's just kind of watching you expectantly.
I think I actually love you. And he'll like quickly blush and look to the ground.
It takes a few moments for it to sink in. And she's kind of like, oh. She kind of blushes and looks down. Right. That must have been very hard for you to say. How brave for you to say that.
He now blushes like almost proud that she's complimenting him.
But I'm in love with someone else.
I understand. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's okay. Being in love with someone you can't have. I know how that feels.
Yeah, it's hard.
And this doesn't mean I don't care about you.
Thank you. Yeah.
She reaches over and takes his hand. You have become one of my dearest friends. I don't know what I would do without you.
I'm so glad you consider me a dear friend.
In my other memories, watching you die, it was like having my own heart ripped.
I felt that too when I saw everything happen. And I'm so sorry that I hurt you that way that much.
So, while I can't love you the way that you deserve, I love you as one of my best friends.
You're very dear to me too, no matter what happens. You'll always be one of the closest things I have to family, and I'll be forever thankful for that.
Derek, as far as I'm concerned, we are family.
I'm so glad you feel that way too, and I'm just, I don't know what I'd do if something happened to you.
It'll be okay. Please, don't let my feelings get in the way of that.
They won't. You're still family to me, and I'll always protect you.
Thank you.
And at this point, I will cut back to everyone else, and secondly, just in general, is there anything else anyone wants to do this evening before you all turn in?
Is there guest space for Arkham somewhere?
Yes.
We've not really looked at the upstairs bit.
Yes, there is, they built out of some of the bedrooms, they built like a big sort of wing, which has separate little chambers, so you can all sort of go in different rooms. There's either, you can have it as a group room, or you can close it off with like shutters, and you can have individual rooms. And then there's like plenty of space for other people too.
Prissy.
Yes, Arkham.
I got my room, kind of set up. It is at the top of the tower. I got my lab half sorted. My bed is there. I'm gonna go to that.
I'm going to stand up and thank everybody that came and looked after the castle, and then I'm going to help Arkan up to his room.
Okay. It makes you a little bit wary, because the room that has been cleared out that he's in is just underneath the tower room where you found Reese. It's just underneath that, so it's not the same room, it's the one underneath, but it's some sort of area, it's a similar layout. It's a lot cleaner though.
Yeah, Arkin gutted that place, so he's a bit of a clean freak.
I will also say that. Alright, so Reedoo and Verti are snoring. Are you going to go off to bed together as well?
Are you talking to us? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, you filthy bastard.
Pull your arms out of each other's mouths and let me know if you'd like to go to bed together.
I think they're a bit too busy to really worry about other people and what they're doing. So yeah, they're just gonna get on with it. Yeah.
Alright. So those two go off to bed together. Mr. Apprentice guy is going to fall asleep with his glasses like pushing into his face, like fall asleep, like face first on his pillow.
It's the moment where the knees knock on the edge of the bed and I just tip. My legs are still dangling off the bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to like tuck him in and make sure that he's as comfortable. Like, I obviously can't move him because he's massive, but I'm going to like try and tuck him in and make him comfy.
As comfy as you can make him.
How heavy is a Prissity?
Oh, I'm not sure. Hang on, I've got it written down somewhere.
Not very.
Not very.
I was gonna say, because my guy is only
42 pounds.
Never mind. I was gonna, my guy's 160. He's quite the tiny, skinny caster.
Yeah, well, I'm 3.5 foot tall and skinny, so I'm a fucking child. Yeah, I'm just gonna tuck around him then.
And he mumbles under his breath, like being like half asleep and like half awake, shit faced, as Kel would put it. And he just kind of slips on and says, my uncle does miss you. And then just, that's the end of it. He just passes out.
I'm gonna give him a little squeeze on his shoulder and say, yeah, I miss him too. Night, Arkin. No, I'm gonna leave.
So sweet. The dark.
So Arkin is asleep in bed. Reedoo and Veritas are Apricity and Hannibal and Varric and Arissa. What would you like to do? I mean, it's getting later on in the evening, so where or who with or what would you like to be your sleeping arrangements?
Oh, honey. I've had too much of an emotional day, but also maybe another
Well,
time.
it's just, is there a place where everyone usually, where there's like a fireplace or like a people room, you know?
Yeah, there's like the big dining room, a lot of people are sort of hanging out in there. There's a big fireplace, a lot of people are sort of going in there just to like relax, and some of them pass out in there. It's quite comfy.
Okay, she's gonna spook some of the people out, and she's gonna take the fireplace for herself.
Yep, can do.
Get the fuck out!
Varric is going to take a lot of drink, get blackout drunk on the top of the tower while gazing at the stars.
Cute.
Arissa and Apricity, what would you like to do? Apricity, I'm going to include that your dreams are full of ideas for your next books.
Oh, fuck the fuck, yes they are. I'm going to grab Arissa by the hand and just say, I cannot believe what is going on here. And then wish her a good night and go upstairs.
Alright, Arissa?
Wait, did she overhear what? Like,
Yeah, Arissa's just like, what?
Oh no, I meant like in general, like we've got a house, we're a family. I'm still being all emotional about having a family again. I haven't had a family for like 20 years, and suddenly I've got you guys, and it's weird.
Wait, 20 years?
Yeah, man, I've been on the road for 20 years.
Varric is currently at 90 and counting.
What, without a family?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's not counting anymore, he has us.
Yeah, it's not counting anymore. That's true.
Oh, Varric, don't make me sad, don't worry. Yeah, no, I have no idea what Arissa and Varric just got up to. I was like looking after Ark and drinking vodka. So.
I think Arissa's just going to take her wine juice, go to bed.
Yeah.
Or go to her room and just kind of ruminate.
Yeah.
Alright.
What just happened.
So, everybody, you can regain your hit points and everything, all of that by the next morning. And all I will leave you on is Arissa. You will have a lovely sleep, you will have sweet dreams, etc., etc. Arissa, when you wake up in the morning, could you please do me a... Just an intelligence check.
See if you can tell if you're pregnant or not. What?
Yeah, she couldn't have wine, so that's where my mind was going as well.
Alright, Arissa.
She does not know shit.
Arissa, you've got a bit of a tummy ache, but that's about it.
Must have been that weird wine.
Alright, so you guys, I will leave you on that. So you have a keep, you have people who like you, you have had various encounters over the evening, so I will discuss with you some things. Do you want to shout goodbye to the recording?
No! Back!
Bye!